Enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Good evening, how hot have you been today? Good evening to you and you, Jem! Can you actually Adam and Eve it that this is our first time working together?
I know, and the thing is, when I first started watching Jewellery Maker, you were my first.
You're my last, you're my everything. Oh, apparently there is no microphone. Is there a microphone now? Jen was just declaring her undying love for me. It's true. I've just realised I'm wearing a top that people asked if I was wearing my pyjamas last time I wore it on air. You're on. Anyway, here we go, and Jen!
Good evening.
All right?
Yeah, I could actually shout loud enough so that most people could hear me anyway.
So you don't actually need the microphone?
This is true.
But you were saying I was your first, I'm your last, you're my everything.
My always, absolutely. When I first started watching Jewellery Maker, you were the first presenter I found and came to know the channel through. So it's really lovely. It's only taken 2 years. 2 years
until we've actually worked together, because I've been off having a baby who's not a baby anymore, he's a fully fledged teenager with an attitude. And that brings me to my first conflab with you today. I haven't slept for the last few nights because I have a toddler who has not slept. So I need to tell you something that I did. Today, I went to a known establishment to buy some food to bring to work. On exiting said establishment, I went to my car. I'm incredibly tired, I'm incredibly sleep deprived, surviving on an average about 3.5 hours a night for the last few nights. Last night I had 4. I went to open the car. Not happening. Went to open it a bit more. Not my car, I must add, it was Drew's car. Not happening. I'm like, I can't believe it, the battery's gone. I'm tugging at the door, and quite honestly, I'm a bit sleep deprived and a bit hungry. I'm getting a bit angry. I'm like, ugh! And just as I look on the dashboard to see that there are some sweets on it that I don't recognise, a voice 2 cars away goes, excuse me, I don't think that's your car. And I'm flicking it, and I'm opening our car. There's 2 cars away, and this lady went, are you okay? I don't know if I am actually. No, I've got children that don't sleep. She went, so have I. And we've just plunged into this whole sleep-deprived conversation. So this afternoon, to whoever's black car I was breaking into in the middle of the retail car park, I'm sorry, I did get quite aggressive with the door handle, but no damage was done. That is how tired I am. So I want to know, what is the most ridiculous thing you've done when you've been tired? Drew, the other day, my husband, put away the ice cream tub in the cupboard. Good one. That was nice to come down to the next morning.
Ugh.
Jem, you're also sleep deprived. What's the most ridiculous thing you've done while you're tired, or is it just every day something?
Everyday zombie land, probably putting coffee in the fridge and the milk in the cupboard. It's fairly standard fare.
Yeah. Leah, anything particularly? Do you know, we'll leave it. Shall we go and have a little think? So if you'd like to text into the studio, we'd love to hear from you this evening. What's the most ridiculous thing you've done whilst being sleep deprived? Excuse me while I turn my talk back up. Hello? I can now hear my team. Marvellous. Okay, probably better without. Now then, this evening we're going to do things a little bit differently because we've already got one. I met my husband when I was tired and I've said, you know what? I'm with you, darling. Yeah. Drew was actually drunk when we first met and he was actually purple. Yeah, it's true. We've since found out he's allergic to sulfites and some alcohol. He's been drinking vodka. And whenever he drinks vodka or Pinot Grigio, he goes purple. There you go. There's another life-changing fact about me that you needed to know. So, Jem, we're going to do things a little bit differently because we've got two kits. So, Jem's prepared one of the kits with the abalone. If you saw my Facebook page status earlier and my declaration of my love for this evening, you'll have seen that we have got abalone in the kit. And look at the jewellery that's coming up. We're going to be doing this a little later on for you. And with the other kit, you can't actually see any definition on that face on the TV. It just looks like a black blob. A little bit weird. With the other kit, you're basically going to have it as a challenge and we'll visit it later on in the show.
Absolutely.
So you have got 100 metres of wire. How many metres of that wire do you think you can get through?
Well, if I just sort of unreel it, screw it up and then make it into an amorphous blob, all of it. But that would be a bit wasteful, so I'm not going to go by quantity, I'm going to go by quality.
Okay, marvellous, good to know. So there'll probably be lots of wire left over from what Jem's made. Right, we have got a cracking show for you this evening. And it's really lovely to be here this evening. I am sorry if in a couple of hours I start to plummet into the land of sleep deprivation. But it's okay because I've got the fabulous floor manager Sam with me today. And she's said that she can make me coffee later on if needs be. There she is. The fabulous, wondrous Sam. We've got Phil, who is producing, and we've got Mike directing, we've got Leah on cameras, we've got Jem, who's our fabulous designer, and here we are, ready to get rocking and rolling. So, we're going to get kick-started with, which one should we do first? This one here? This one here? Right, you're going to have to be really quick off the mark on this. I love this gemstone, and for those of you who've not met me before, I'm actually the longest standing presenter here at JewelleryMaker. I've been with the channel now for the full 7 years, and for those of you who are my regular viewers, you'll know that I'm literally obsessed with gemstones and the different qualities that they have and the history they have. And we're going to start doing some masterclasses on a Tuesday, you and I. You're going to start tuning in and we're going to learn together all the new facts about gemstones because things are discovered all the time. But did you know that apatite is one of the oldest gemstones in formation in the world? And actually, it really falls quite nicely alongside the history of amber. Because when you look at apatite, do you know what the primary minerals are in apatite? Dinosaur teeth.
No way!
Yeah, it derives from dinosaur teeth, the calcium in dinosaur teeth. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. Fact of the week.
That's a cool fact of the week. Yeah.
Yep.
So it dates back to the time of the reign of dinosaurs, the foundations, the formations and the mineral properties of apatite. Obviously, it's a lot more beautiful than threaded. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your own teeth, but I think this is a lot more beautiful. This is actually a completely naturally occurring colour as well. So over the thousands and millions of years, with the composition of the minerals, with the way that tectonic plate movements happen and the heat that naturally has occurred, it's gone to this incredible colour, and that's just been enhanced as it comes out. Oh, okay, we're down to 11. We're down to 11 of these. Could I see the call screens, please, Phil? Thanks, Phil. We're at £12.95. Now, this is one of the most collectible strands of the evening. And it's at a clearance price at £12.95. Make sure you're confirming your purchase as soon as you can. It's a free phone number for you on 0800 644 655. Do excuse the very bright nail varnish. I don't know where my other ones have gone. £12.95. Hello, Veronica, darling. I drove back from Cornwall last night, which is probably why I'm a little sleep deprived. Hi, Richard. Do check out your baskets as soon as you can. ALRU98. Now, the different tones and the different colours you've got in there are exquisite. It is naturally occurring in that colour, just enhanced, and the colour is either deepened or brightened by some slight heat treatments that comes out of the ground. Have you seen this gemstone much before, Gem?
Luckily, I have seen it at Jewellery Maker. It's not something that you see every single day of every single week, and when you do, it's always breathtaking. That tone is unbelievable. It takes me to exotic oceans.
Absolutely.
And after this week's weather.
Well, yes. To positively drowning so, in our own sweat. What a lovely way to start the evening. Gorgeous. It's gonna, yeah, who knows what's gonna happen tonight. That is such an incredibly outstanding, vibrant blue.
You know that view that you often see of Santorini, I think, the white village on the hill?
Yeah.
That's the ocean that it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, what's it called? I've been there loads of times. Where's Captain Corelli's mandolin filmed?
On the Amalfi Coast, was it? I don't know that one.
It's Greece. It's on. Oh, I'm really starting to annoy myself now. Can you do a quick search engine, please, on a search engine, guys? There'll be people at home going, ah! Now, this is the most stunning Amazonite. It's Indian Amazonite. Look at the colour of that. Isn't that exquisite?
That's spectacular.
Isn't it? And it's the sparkle. It's that consistency of colour. I know.
I've not seen Amazonite like that before. I mean, I love my Peruvian, I love my Russian. That is incredible, and to have it faceted as well.
And I think that's
special.
what's really, yeah, it is. When you see Indian Amazonite, you get a little bit more of, you know, with like particularly Peruvian, it almost goes a little bit more milky. With Indian, Cefalonia, thank you, Belinda, darling. Cefalonia. Only been there about 20 times when I worked on performed on a cruise ship, you see. Yeah, travelling around every couple of weeks for 2 years. And I've got the name of it, yeah. So a bit like the oceans there. But actually, similarly with the Amazonite. Now, it's at $8.95 clearance price for this last few strands here, sorry. We've got less than 30 of these available for you. Look at that. And so with the Indian, you tend to get a little bit more of a, dare I say, no, neon's not quite the right word, but a bit more of an exotic, vibrant. It's the vibrant, whereas with the Peruvian Amazonite, you do get a bit more of a milky tone to it. But with the Indian, you do get this vibrancy.
It is. It's absolutely delightful.
And it's lovely. It's been enhanced with those natural, with those hand-faceted facets as well. $8.95 on this one. TQRU96. We're down to the final 14 strands. They go from a 2x1 up to a 6x3, and that's a 29 centimetre strand. Go on, what you thinking? What you thinking? You're designing. You've gone soft focus. What you thinking?
What would it look like with the neon?
Do you know what? I was going to do that myself.
Oh my gosh, look at those together. You've got the ocean and the sky.
Salivatory, palpitatory, isn't it?
Wowza,
Yeah.
really. And if you were to throw some Madeira citrine in there, you'd have the sand as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Or some delicate little pearls in there.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Hey, I tell you what. What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah.
One of 2 strands of abalone coming up in our kit that's coming up for you at 7 o'clock. What did you say, sorry? Who said that? They're coming up with a menagerie of beautifulness. Oh, Mike, you're so poetic this evening. Hi, Phil. Hi, Zara. Hi, Joy and Tracy. And one of my regulars. I've got lots of regulars joining me this evening. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. And for those of you I've not met before, a huge warm welcome to you as well. And thank you very much for having myself and Jem, I was going to refer to as something else. Inappropriate to call her the nutcase. First time we've worked together.
It beats herself. Or the crazy one.
Oh, we don't quite know what tonight's going to hold, do we not? Right, where to now? What? Alright, chill, Phil. You go, no, the other side. I'm going to crash the car that I stole. I didn't steal a car, I just nearly did. Can you imagine if it actually got in?
It was a close thing though.
It was a really close call. Now, this is a brand spanking new, £2.95. It's a brand new strand of, it's a £2.95 strand of lapis lazuli. You get this and you add this onto your order. If you've already made a purchase today, it's only one post and packaging price of £2.95 for all of your purchases all day. That is genuine lapis lazuli.
That is stunning.
That is genuine lapis.
Absolutely beautiful. If that had been colour enhanced magnesite, that would be exquisite value. But it's lapis, and I love it. What a colour!
It's stunning, and you know, loads of people are actually buying more than one. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Because it's a genuine gemstone. Very, very, very good evening to all of you. Got so many people watching, including my friend Claire, who's just tuned in as well. I know she's shopping. Claire, stop it. Stop it, go and do your packing. She's going to a wedding in Berlin tomorrow. She's got her first weekend away without the children in 5 years.
Oh.
Stop watching Jewellery Maker, go and do your packing and get an early night. She's up at 3 for the airport. Lucy and Jem, together. I predicted right ahead. Bring it on. That says Sarah from Pretty Twisted Gems. I've no idea. We're both sleep deprived. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. Yeah.
I think we've had about 7 hours sleep between us, haven't we? To be fair.
Thing. Yeah.
That's just great.
Yeah. Yeah. I want a husband who turns purple. Yeah, well, I've always said I wanted to be an avatar, so it's as close as I'm going to get, really. Oh, Lucy, I have, but you put your house phone. So if you've just tuned in, we're talking about the craziest things that you've done while you're sleep deprived. Well, she's getting this for £2.95. Lucy, I put the house... Because the lapis is just sold out, took the graphics out, how rude. I put my house phone in the fridge and I could hear it ringing, but I couldn't find it. My fella found it about 2 hours later. Did it still work? Oh,
It should be okay in the fridge, maybe not at -18 in the freezer.
Yeah. Hi, Lucy. I'm the same as you. I have a 5-month who's not sleeping at the moment. The other day I tried strapping her.
Nicely done, nice work.
Daft whilst tired, putting in a load of laundry along with a gel tablet. Trouble was I was putting it in the tumble dryer. Yeah.
Ugh.
I couldn't for the life of me work out what I was doing wrong the other day. I was trying to put the dishwasher tablet in the washing machine as well. I was like, this is all... Oh, yeah, oh dear. Things you've done that... Because I tried to break into a car today that wasn't mine. Right, another one. Made a misjudgment when tired, says Richard. Had a friend staying over and covered over his bedroom door with cling film. Didn't back in. Oh, Richard. Well, what? Have we all now got that image?
I'm just thinking about what he would have had for breakfast. Hopefully it wasn't muesli, and that's not what the comparison is. I know.
Let's move on to our next item while we try and get our heads around that. Right, we've got some more lapis here. We were going to do it as a star buy later, but since that previous one has just sold out, are you all right, Dan? Could someone get Gemma a tissue? I think she's actually crying. 90 carats of this lapis. Oh dear. Oh my God, it's 195, it's 195, it's 195. It's £1.95. Good evening and welcome to Jewellery Maker with Lucy and Jem. It's gonna be a riot, yeah, it's gonna be a riot. We haven't even had our coffee yet. We're gonna have coffee shortly, aren't we? We're gonna treat ourselves. Oh dear. XZGP56. They do look like little planets. That is an amazing, amazing gemstone. So yes, it's gone through a dyeing process, primarily with the blue. You don't tend to see lapis dyed that much with the green at all. So primarily in the blues in there, and then but the naturally occurring different qualities and the naturally occurring golden flecks are completely natural. The gold tones there are the properties of pyrite that is natural within the gemstone, and the pyrite actually forms first and then the gemstone of lapis forms around it. So it's an incredible piece, and when you cut into it, it's gorgeous, as you can see here. £1.95 for a genuine gemstone. Why would you ever go and buy a strand of plastic look-alike lapis beads?
I really
when you can
don't
get
know.
the real deal for £1.95.
It's amazing. It's a very affordable alternative to such things as your azurite, as your chrysocolla, as your two-tone eyelat stone, things like that, which generally speaking are a little bit more considered. This is absolutely fantastic value.
It's incredible. It's a bit of a giveaway, folks. We're doing lots of giveaways tonight, which are based, well, we still have to put a price on them, but they are practically, we're giving them to you for, I fell asleep while wearing my contact lenses, says anonymous viewer. I woke up the next day, forgot that I didn't take out my lenses and put 2 fresh lenses over those. Wow, did the world just seem a bigger place? What was that experience like?
I have remembered a couple of things that have occurred in my deep and distant past.
Divulge.
They're both pizza related. No, I don't eat pizza anymore, but when I did, we ordered a pizza when my husband and I were first together. I would have been about 17, he was 22, and we thought we'll save a bit of money.
You got together when you were 17?
I was 16 and he was 21 when we were first together. I know, right? Lucky man. 27 years later. Poor chap. We thought we'd save a few pennies, sent out for a pizza. Thought, well, I'll just put a garlic bread from the freezer in the oven. We were living at my mum's house, put the gas oven on, put the garlic bread in, got so excited when the pizza came, went through, put a video in. That's how long ago it was a video. Forgot completely about the oven being on. The following morning, about 18 hours later, we came downstairs to a kitchen full of black smoke and this very tiny little charcoal briquette in the oven and a very big gas bill.
Wow, it had been on all night.
It had been on all night. Yeah, there might have been a few bevies involved in that moment, potentially.
What was this 3 bottles of gin later conversation we had earlier?
La 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 la.
This is from Kate in Manchester. I turned up at work and made myself a brew before suddenly remembering that you'd left 2 weeks previously to go to a new job. Are you serious?
That's superb.
You absolute sleep-deprived nutcase.
I love that.
Okay, another one. I put my dissolvable vitamin in my cup of tea and poured the milk into the water for the vitamin. Then I put the kettle in the fridge. Simon! Hi all, I was so tired I ran a bath but tried to get in the door.
I've met Leanne.
Do you know what? I've met Leanne as well, and I can imagine that's happened. Should have been high on chocolate or something. Phil, we were going, I've had 3.5, I've had 4 hours sleep. And Phil went, hi, I've had 11. Quickly after a little bit of punch later. Phil, you obviously have, if you don't think that these are real, you've never really been sleep deprived. Remember, it's a form of torture. It's hardcore.
It is.
£1.95 on the lapis. We've got a couple of those strands left. If you've just joined us, £1.95 for genuine lapis lazuli, and that's a 6mm round. How many of those have we got left, Phil? 5. They'll be gone in a minute then. Okay, let's go on to. Are they the cabochons? Oh, okay, I know. Oh. These are stunning, and yeah. You got a favourite gemstone, Gem?
Yeah.
What's your favourite gemstone?
It's that.
Is it really?
Genuinely.
Is it?
Yeah, ask anybody.
Do you know what? That was just a little bit spooky because I just thought, I bet Jem really likes labradorite. I don't know why. That's really spooky, isn't it?
I wear it every day. I work with it as often as I can.
Really?
I sleep with it by my bed. I have it in the windowsill.
Why do you sleep with it by your bed?
I find it quite protective and strengthening, and it gives me inspiration. So, yeah.
Ah, love it. You should do our spiritual show that we're going to do.
Oh, can we?
Look at, I mean, they are absolutely stunning. I love them because they just look like a deep, dark, mysterious wood at dawn or at dusk. Look at the look. Each one is giving you the most amazing different quality. Look at the red tones there. Red's the rarest colour to see. Look at those. Look. These are exquisite Madagascar labradorite. Hello, sleep deprived. I've only been talking about labradorite for about 15 years of my life. 145 carats of this gemstone on this strand. That's going to give you approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these on the strand. 0800 644 655. We're not going to stay anywhere near 19.95 for the final few. We've got lots of clearance items throwing in today's show. But we couldn't advertise it as a clearance show, but you're here now, so it's okay. You can get into the clearance deals anyway. Are you ready? It's £9.95. How is this strand £9.95? Lower than staff cost, Jem. You might actually want to be getting this if you can. That is an amazing deal of really fabulous quality labradorite. Excuse my mosquito bites. I've got 2 on my chest. How lovely. I think the graphics are hiding them at the moment. So, oh, there you go. There's one. Lovely, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Anyway, get the labradorite. Don't worry about my mosquito bites.
Have you got typo blood?
Yes.
Mosquitoes apparently prefer typo blood.
Is that right?
So
I get
it's said.
absolutely eaten to pieces. I got out last night to fill it with petrol at a petrol station, and probably got about 5 bites in one go.
Ooh. That's hard.
Yeah, they love me. Is that right? If you're an O, yeah, I'm an O neg blood group.
So I'm told.
Well, scientist, haematologist Jem at the rescue. Well, I didn't know that. I know that if you take now, I'd just like to confirm that if you've just tuned in, we're not 24 hours in A&E or any GP behind closed doors things. We are not medically trained. However, when I did do a little bit of travelling at the age of 19 around America, and I was being eaten alive, I was told to take vitamin B complex, and it makes your blood taste not so nice. But surely, mosquitoes can smell your blood though, can't they? So that it smells different. Apparently, if anyone out there has got any fabulous tricks, because I don't want to take tablets really, if you've got any fabulous tricks, and I can't be bothered to rub anything on my body either, maybe I just shouldn't go out the house. Any tricks for stopping yourself getting eaten by mosquitoes, let us know. Now, apparently this next text that's come in is awful and I'm going to love it. Brilliant, okay. I've been so tired, I've pumped breast milk in my coffee and made a cup of tea for the baby. I thought the milk was off. Does it taste different? Do we need to have this? Are we sticking with the medical theme in today's show? Yes, Mike, it does. It's incredibly sweet. Lucy, eat Marmite every day. Mosquitoes hate it.
So that's...
Sarah, the problem is so do I.
Oh no.
But the weird thing is, I don't like Marmite, but I like Twiglets. But I don't like Twiglets. This is do you ever eat anything and you don't like it that you have to carry on eating it?
Totally, yeah, I'm a bit like that with popcorn. I'm not a fan, but if there's a bag of popcorn, it just needs to be eaten.
No, sometimes I just think, oh, I could just do a Twiglet. And I start, and I really don't like this, and I can't. £9.95 on these ones. While we're staying with labradorite, can I do these cabochons now, please, Bill? Okay, Jen. We're going to do an amazing deal on these cabochons. If you've never made a piece of jewellery before in your life, what are you doing with your life? Because quite frankly, these are spectacular and these can really change your jewellery making experience. If you've never made jewellery with genuine gemstones before, welcome to the mad world. And just enjoy and be a part of it, and labradorite will be an amazing one for you to get started with because you get so much from it. It's a very giving gemstone, as in it's not just in terms of its crystal healing properties that it could possibly have, and we have to say a disclaimer that it's not scientifically proven, so they might not have. But if you have that belief system, as I do, and as Jen does, then labradorite's an amazing one to gravitate towards for that. But also it's an incredible gemstone because if you don't know what to do, If perhaps you love stones and you are stumped for creativity and you like simple designs, go for a labradorite because it will do all the talking for you. You can be really lazy. You've just found out what price we're going to? Yeah. Unfortunately, we've only got 13 left. Are you ready for this? Look! Oh, by the way, it's for 225 carats, which in this instance is going to get you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for £9.95. I know places that you wouldn't even be able to get that for £9.95. Oh, just simply wire wrapped and then popped onto a simple chain. What would you do with this one?
Exactly what you just said. The larger ones I like to do a tree of life over. So you have like an Yggdrasil, which is the tree that connects heaven, the central and the below, but do it on both sides. So you have an Yggdrasil on the front and a tree of life on the back.
Ah.
It's not difficult at all, and labradorite is the perfect stone to explore because it is such a high performance gem, and the price that these have gone to is absolutely amazing. My favourite location. Love labradorite.
Did you hear Mike flirting with you then?
I didn't, because I was running off at the mouth a bit. I'm really, really sorry. Would you like to repeat that, please?
He said you're a high performance gem as well.
I used to be when I had a really nice car, and now I've got.
That wasn't broken into by a random overtired woman in a car park when she'd done a food shop. Very good evening to all of you who've just joined us. We're having a fabulous. We're enjoying ourselves. I hope you are. Are you having a nice time, Jem?
I'm having a brilliant time, thank you.
We're having a lovely time, aren't we? Are we having a lovely time?
It's going to be a crack.
Oh, right. Let's move on. Should we do it now? The 4 strands. This has got to be some of the clearest jasper I've ever presented in all the years I've been here. We're going really back to what Jewellery Maker for me is all about. It's about getting the most incredible, genuine gemstones at the most phenomenal, you can't miss out on it deals and bundles of deals. Let's do a deal right now for a star buy. You are going to have one of the most amazing whopper savings with this collection ever. This is jasper, and jasper for me is an amazing gemstone that's completely, this is completely organic. The colours that you're seeing here, could you, for those of you who are regular viewers, for those of you who know the gemstone, tourmaline, isn't that tourmaline-esque?
Yeah, you have that beautiful spread of tones, which is very tourmaline-esque.
Over 100 different colours for jasper and tourmaline. This is the most amazing, it's the clarity on some of these jaspers is astonishing. I can see the strand going through. Now, in terms of if you do have crystal healing beliefs, and I have to stress again, it's a belief system, not a scientifically proven element. This is amazing because it's a very balancing gemstone. It's said to balance all the different vibrations. So if you're just feeling a little bit out of kilter, Gem's going to bathe in it. As am I. Then this is an amazing gemstone to get your hands on. We're going to go ridiculously low, and it's for 4 strands. Now already they're going at £17.80, and we're not stopping there. Now your sizes on these, bear with me a second, they're 4, 6 and 8 and 10 millimetres. Now, my fabulous floor manager Sam did a little count up of these earlier. 237 gemstones approximately you're going to get in this deal. Approximately 237 gemstones. You're going to get a 38 centimetre strand of 4mm, 6mm, 8mm and 10mm. Okay, are you ready for approximately 237 genuine, natural, organic gemstones? That is not the price that you have put on here. It's going to work out at £2.50 a strand of genuine, organic, natural jasper. We're at £9.95 for your whole bundle. That's why you watch Jewellery Maker. If you've just tuned in, we're talking about the silliest things you've done when you're tired. Maybe mine's presenting Jewellery Maker. £9.95, huge congratulations. I've got absolutely loads of you joining us this evening. It's fabulous to know that we've got so busy this evening. £9.95. An amazing gemstone. That, I mean, with this, I would bulk buy on that. I'd probably get 4 of those. Oh, Zoe Guest Designer, hello darling, you've just got yours. Pardon? Oh, and of course she was on the show last night. Phil saying he had the best time ever. All right, rude. I'll have words. Oh no, I just got a massive chocolate craving. I've been off chocolate for 2 weeks.
But on hair?
I think it's because it's brown. Anyway, we're having a random show. Yeah, I've not had chocolate for 2 weeks.
Oh gosh, wow.
I had to get off it. I became completely addicted.
Okay.
So I just went cold turkey.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I've got some chocolate sauce, healthy chocolate sauce.
You've got what?
Healthy chocolate sauce.
Healthy chocolate sauce. How does that work?
It's got cacao and fruit juice in it. It tastes like chocolate.
It's amazing.
Cacao and fruit juice in it. I bought some cacao the other day and honestly it just tasted horrific.
This is nice.
But apparently this is nice. All right, I might take you up on that. All right. Healthy chocolate. The problem is though, I probably, because I've not had it for 2 weeks, is it like in a squirty thing? I probably just got to fill my mouth. I can't think about it.
No, but it's so sweet you don't need to. You just have a couple of
it's
teaspoons.
so sweet that I would. That's the problem. There lies the problem. £9.95, folks. 16 chances we're going to be selling out of this in any moment. Now, £9.95. Are you enjoying the show? You having a good time?
I am.
I'm glad you are. Good job, really. Lee's having a nice time as well. Like those trousers. Your harems. Pantaloon harems. I've been wearing mine as well. Very. Mike's saying she could parachute in the trousers that she's got on. We're just waiting for you to confirm those, folks. I've got Stephanie, Bertha, Charity, Patricia, Karen, Helen, Tristy, Samina and Isabel. You're all waiting to check out there. What are you waiting for? What you waiting for? I'm trying to be cool. Okay, right, let's go to... Can I show you this turquoise that's coming up? We're actually going to do this in about 15 minutes time. It's the most incredible colour, and I'm not being funny, but I think that was quite nice with my, didn't realise it was going to be this bright nail varnish.
It looks beautiful against the colour of your top as well.
My pyjama top.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Well, you didn't need to, because loads of people did last time I wore it. Thanks, Mike. No, I got told last time it looked like a pyjama top. I quite agree. So being tired, it's what I gravitated towards. Yes, they are. If you've just tuned in, we're talking about, I now need to know as well, natural remedies to stop being eaten to bits by mosquitoes. Ideally, nothing that you have to take tablet form or douse yourself with. If it's food-based, I quite enjoy that. So Marmite, maybe I could start embracing it. And we're also talking about the most ridiculous things you've done whilst being sleep deprived. You are totally changing the agenda, aren't you, Phil? Now, apparently, this was meant for your show next week, but producer Phil got confused, so he's actually scheduled it in for today's show.
Ah.
So, when are you on next week?
On Monday and on Saturday.
Monday and Saturday. So, which show was it supposed to be for, Phil?
I think probably the Monday late.
The Monday late show, this was supposed to be on, okay? And it's not. But if you get it now, what day is it? Thursday. You may well be able to get this in time. If you want a speedy delivery of $4.95, you'll definitely be able to get it in time for the show. $4.95, you may still be able to get it. And apparently, this is has never been seen before just by itself. It's usually in kits. Right then, you are going to get 10 meters of 1.25 wire and 10 meters of the 1.5. But look what it is. It's the pearl coloured copper wire. Are you a fan?
Oh, massive, massive fan of this wire. It is so beautiful to work with. The 1.5 works more like somewhere between a 1mm and a 1.25, but it has that real structural rigidity when you've finished working with it. Also, the surface of this wire is really stable. It's just so beautiful to work with.
Beautiful to work with, beautiful colour as well. It's just something, it's got this pearly, right, it is flying out. It's never been seen on its own before. It's usually been in kits. And you need this, so you'll learn lots of design ideas from Jem on Monday, or indeed from this evening as well, because she's doing some fab wire work at the moment. Could I just borrow your flat nose pliers or a pair of pliers?
You certainly
please?
can.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Okay, there's loads of you flying in for this, so huge congratulations. I love the colour of this wire, it's gorgeous. I have the other sizes, says Tanya. My absolute fave wire, says Elaine. So with these gauges, for those people who don't know about wire, Jem.
Yes.
With a 1.5 gauge, with a 1.25 gauge, what do you need this wire for?
It's immense for doing torque necklaces, for doing bangles that you don't have to overwork. Sometimes when you're making a bangle, you'll have maybe 4 or maybe 6 strands of wire going around the wrist to build up strength. But it moves beautifully, it goes into shape. You can almost just coil in midair with it, it's stunning.
That has the sensation of sterling silver.
It really does feel like a softer sterling, doesn't it? It's beautiful.
That's yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I've never worked with this, never worked with it. You could plait with it beautifully. Now, apparently you have to promise to watch on Monday night for Phil to do the deal that he's about to do. $17.90. Is that $17.90? It's down at 9. Hey, flipping heck.
But that's 20 metres of really heavy gauge. That's amazing. So easy to work with.
$9.95. It's $9.95. It's, but yeah, obviously you're wowed by it. Price compare. Price compare. Price compare. Price compare. This is the most beautiful copper wire, and it has got this incredible silvery pearl coating. You'll get 10 metres of the 1.25 and 10 metres of the 1.5. Hang on, is that for both? I'm sorry. That's it. Do you know, I had to question myself then. I thought, that is for both.
For the quality and the gauge, for a single reel, I would be happy to be paying $9.95.
Well, that's what I went, oh, that's a great price for one. And when it only said 1.25, oh no, it's changed to the 1.5 at the bottom of the screen. It's so much easier to work with than the other wires. Love it, says Tina. Tina, I've not worked with it, but I've worked with all the other wires. Okay, apparently what's just come in is amazing. As a community carer, I walked into a lady's home and put on her nightie and put her into bed at the house, and I realised I was in the wrong house, the wrong person.
Well, I'm sure they were very grateful, really. They probably wanted to go to bed anyway, and it probably made their life that little bit easier one time.
Wow.
This makes milk in the cupboard a little bit less. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I know I've done absolutely loads of them, but when you've had 2 children and been so sleep deprived, you actually almost forget as well what's happened in the last 18 months. But if you've just tuned in, it's, things that you've done. We've been talking about sleep deprivation because of the heat. Any weird and wonderful... Oh, do you know what? I've come across this product. I know that we shouldn't be advocating, other things, and this is about Jewellery Maker here, but can I just tell you about this cloth thing? Because my dad, for those of you regular viewers, you'll know my dad's a really very poorly man, and with all his medication, his heart condition and things, he really struggles with his body temperature. So for anyone who, quite frankly, if you just get hot, it's amazing. We found this, have you heard about these little, they're like pieces of material, you wet it, and then you shake it for 5 seconds, and even if you've just wet it, I had some lukewarm water left over in the car. I thought, oh, I need to get Freddie cool, our 18-month-old. Wet it, shook it for 5 seconds, it goes to -16 degrees and then stays at, no, that's a lie. It goes to 0 degrees and stays cool. No, maybe it is 16. Oh, this is a fantastic story, isn't it? For 2 hours. It's cold for 2 hours. And it's like this piece of material. So we wrapped it around his head. And my dad just wears it around his neck. He tried to wear it as a bandana, and my mum said, you know what, James, you might be hot, but you need to take that off. Many thanks, Phil, for this great deal on Pearl Wire. Great show. Pearl Wire. Great show, ladies. Hope you're feeling better, Jem, and can laugh without pain. Yeah, Jem, would you like to tell everybody what you did?
I think everybody knows that I've had a cough for 3 months, and about 5.5 weeks ago I managed to break my rib by coughing. I did think about telling you all that it was something hardcore like abseiling or kayaking over some rapids, but you wouldn't have believed me. It was coughing, and it has been excruciating. And at points in time when these lovely lot make me giggle, I've been just clutching my side like a right drama queen.
Are you still in pain?
It's actually starting to heal now. 5.5 weeks in, and I think the bone's decided it's going to stick itself back together, but it's a little bit sore still, but I can have a giggle tonight. Thank you very much for thinking of me.
Well, flipping heck. Who'd have thought it? You're learning all sorts. It is literally like watching an episode of 24 Hours in A&E. Right, has that sold out? That's sold out. Okay, let's go to... Oh, these are so beautiful. Really beautiful. I've got tons. I've used loads of these. Used loads of them. I haven't really had time to make much jewellery of late. But these are gorgeous, and I know already that I've used these in some macrame designs, because if you have a look at the size of the hole on them. You can get all of your Eslon and Ceylon cords through there. They are beautiful. Now, they're a 925 sterling silver, and you get 10. Solid 925 sterling silver. They're gorgeous in earrings as well, because you've got that lovely movement of the silver, because you've got that lovely texture. When they do move in dangly earrings, you get so much sparkle. It's £5.95 for 10. £5.95 for 10. £5.95 for 10. How much is it, Leah?
£5.95
For...
10.
That was the most feeble song.
And how much sleep did you have last night, Leah? 8 hours sleep for Leah.
What is your excuse for being feeble? That was feeble. The heat. She's blaming the heat. She's been stood in front of a fan all day. £5.95 0800 644 655. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, folks. I hope you're having a wonderful time. We've got bargain after bargain after bargain. Now, there is a very large dinosaur fly in the studio. It's not a hornet, but it's big. It was, could you look more disgusted if you tried? Leah just went, it was yesterday.
As long as it's not the hornet again.
It's not a hornet.
Okay, I'm calm.
No, the hornet hopefully has gone to hornet heaven. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I thought Sam was here armed with a fly swat then, but it's in fact a piece of paper. Okay, let's go to... Now, I already know that you're going to be a fan of these. And I think they would look really lovely with the first kit that we've got coming up for you in 15 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. Linda would love these. They're her birthstone, one of our resident designers. Did you see that then? Huge. It's huge. It's practically the size of a bat. Look at it. Like a swooping. A swooping. Right. It's huge. It's going to eat me.
I'm not quite sure what it was that you said, but I heard swan swooping, and I thought that might be just a little bit of an over-exaggeration.
I tried to say swallow, and I was too tired to say the full word.
No, I can get... Yes, I totally endorse that.
Thank you. We have a swallow miniature version in the studio. It's a fly. It's a fly. Right, have a look at these. They are so beautiful. They're a solid 925 sterling silver. Look at them! With a genuine natural garnet. And now if I show you the back, this has been handcrafted in such a way that if you do earrings, the light can go in. But I'm actually looking at some of the designs that you've done in the first kit. And can you imagine that on the centre of a headdress?
Oh, wouldn't it be beautiful? Yeah, absolutely.
With the abalone, you know.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the quality of finish on these pieces is amazing. It always blows me away. You look at the back, the silver work is smooth and polished. Total attention to detail. The quality of the gemstones, it's all stunning.
Unfortunately, we don't have any left, but we're at clearance price for them, so jump on the phone lines. You're going to love this. $11.95, but you get 3. You get 3. They are utterly, utterly beautiful. If I do that, can you see my wrinkles and my greys? Do I want a close-up? No, I don't do close-ups. No. But that gives you an idea, doesn't it, for a headdress? Have it all 3 along. That is absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Pair of earrings, simple pendant, done. Gorgeous. What would you do with them, Jem?
I think I would probably have a number of these. I would be multi-buying them and then definitely using them as earrings, but also I'd want them as a multiple along the chest line or along the head. So instead of just having a single drop in the middle of the forehead, have 3 or 5 of them.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You're going to start seeing a lot of headdresses and things in the papers over the next few days because Glastonbury started today, didn't it? Yeah, and festival jewellery from Glastonbury always makes it into the papers. So if you do want some inspiration for headdress and things, have a look just in your, have a look in the Sunday supplements. Right, let's have a look. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. We're going to do the turquoise, but I'm going to warn you now. Start by. Just so you know, every single price that I've got on the side of me, well, at the side of me on these sheets right now that Phil gave me in preparation for today's show, he's lied. Yeah, every single one, he's gone about half the price that it's intended to be.
It's not lying, it's under-promising and over-delivering.
Yeah, he's lying to me. He doesn't keep me informed. Let me tell you about this gemstones then. So turquoise at the moment, which would match your nail polish, actually, Leah on her toes. Turquoise at the moment is really, really, really difficult to get any of it anywhere in the world over about 2 mil. So if you're wanting anything larger than a 2mm, it goes through this amazing process that's basically, it's called reconstituted. So what happens is, if you imagine on an incredibly large scale, turquoise found out of the ground and being placed into huge bowls, and it's like it gets ground down like a pestle and mortar. Okay, so all the turquoise, you might have little fiddly bits of not even a millimetre. You might get a millimetre, you might get just shy of 2 millimetres. So anything over about 2 mil is staying as it is. There's very, very, very few and far between, but anything sort of in that mid-range, which isn't really usable, but still genuine gemstones, still genuine natural turquoise, is being ground down and turned into a very fine powder. And then it's bound together again using usually a type of resin in order for us to then be able to make larger beads. So it's still a genuine gemstone, it's just not natural, it's not in its natural form, it's been reconstituted. Does that make sense?
It certainly does.
So you absolutely, categorically, 100% are buying real turquoise. Now then, let me make you aware, if you are not yet aware, there is one of the largest fraudulent activities of gemstones taking place right here, right now for turquoise. There is so much fake turquoise on the market, excuse me. And the reason being is because it's hugely in demand. And when there is a demand for something, people are going to find any way to try and make money out of that demand. So there's a lot of fake. There's primarily a lot of dyed magnesite is sold as turquoise, and it's not. It's a dyed magnesite. There just are lots of different synthetic materials in order to be made to look like turquoise. But you can tell this is the real deal. So it's reconstituted, but it's real turquoise that's here. This is real turquoise that you're getting. And look at your colour. Now, if you were to buy natural turquoise of this colour and of this size, you would, oh, I dread to put a price on it. I would triple what you've just said, actually, Phil. So, with bearing all of that in mind, this is the real deal, and you can get a certificate of authenticity to say this is genuine turquoise, reconstituted, but genuine turquoise. We're going to do a star buy. You can get your certificate of authenticity for just 25 pence for a laminated card. You can download it for free off the internet. Right, so why did you give me these prices? £11.95, ridiculous. If I'd have known it was going that low, I would have given you a heads up at the start of the show. Very, very, very good evening to all of you. I've got so many new people joining me this evening. With your first purchase, we're going to send you a free booklet, free DVD and free tools. Yeah, going to send you a set of free tools with your first purchase.
That's nice.
I know.
What a gift to give somebody. If you place an order, it's your first order, so you get all the goodies. Pass that on to somebody that you love. Not only are you giving them some tools to do the job, treat them to some materials such as this amazing turquoise, but also you're giving them a new passion or a new job even, a hobby, totally different direction they can go in.
Aren't you generous? Because I was just thinking, oh, that's really nice. I'd get myself another set of tools. Clearly not so nice, am I? No, that is a lovely idea. Get somebody else started and addicted. Because it's nice as well, if you have a passion and you don't know anyone else who jewellery makes, it's nice to share a hobby. I mean, I know so many people who've now shared a hobby and then gone and shared a business with somebody. And it's lovely. And even if, sometimes we have the really expensive strands on that are still incredible value for money, but it might be if we have a strand on for £130 of something and you don't want to you want the strand but you don't actually need all that many, you can go halves with somebody or quarters with somebody. So it is a fabulous hobby to be a part of. I'm going to just go back to that kit once again that we've got coming up for you at 7 o'clock. Look, it just works. Look at that turquoise and the abalone. I'm actually thinking the second kit as well. Hi Liz, my darling, how are you? I love these. I actually had a conversation with the local store holder about her dyed gemstones which she was selling as turquoise. Did you get on your high horse, Liz? I hope you did. I hope you did.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a place for everything, but honesty, in my mind, is key.
Yeah,
so if you're selling
absolutely.
dyed howlite, tell people you're selling dyed howlite. It can become very affordable for them. If you're selling genuine turquoise or genuine abalone or real pearls, tell them.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be naughty. Here we go. Once, when really tired, got my husband out of bed, fed him breakfast and sent him off to work. Thought it was 6:30. Turned out to be 3 a.m. Oh, Nicole.
I'm guessing he was just as tired as you then, really, at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Do you know what? When Freddie was really little, he must have been about 6 weeks old or something. I got Charlie up and dressed for preschool. I'm just about to get out the door and realised it was Sunday.
That's disappointing. But think how
For
much of a
everybody.
day you had. You had loads of day to do stuff with that you would have otherwise slept away.
Yeah, and there's the key. Otherwise, it slept away. I wouldn't know, would I, Jem? Because I was sleep deprived. Have a look at this combination here. And the details on screen are currently for the turquoise. And then the abalone and the spinel are coming up in our first kit. The second kit are the shell pearl and the amethyst. What do you think of that as a combination?
Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty.
Doesn't that work beautifully? Yeah. So that's if you get, which obviously you will be getting the kit. I can feel a cup of tea coming on. Hello, Liz, darling. Oh, Lucy, my horse was so high. She was adamant she was so... What? Oh, your horse, right, okay, yeah. You're on your high horse. My horse was so high. Liz has also got horses. Can I just be clear about that? Liz, haven't you got like 60 horses or something? No, seriously. Oh, no, that's Mrs... No, that's Mrs. Lee in Kent. Liz, sorry. I'm getting everybody in Kent mixed up. Sleep deprived, you see. My high horse was so high. She was adamant she was selling turquoise for less than £10. Who was she kidding? Was it big pieces? Did she have a certificate of authenticity to prove it? You see, it's really good in those instances if you can get your certificates, because it gives people then faith, especially with things like turquoise. So get a certificate of authenticity because you are selling real turquoise if you're selling that on. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, we are going to go to a break. When we come back though, I'm going to be standing next to Jem. And she's excited. Are we having a coffee? Are we having a tea? What are you having?
Definitely a black
gin.
coffee, please.
Sam?
Yeah, fine.
Please may Jem have a black coffee.
Of course.
Please may I have a cup of tea.
Of course, Sam.
Thank you, darling. Oh dear. 1 hour down. 3 to go. The sleep deprivation's only going to get worse, but the bargains get better. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a mo for lots more madness.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
We're very excited to be launching the Shibori Extraordinaire Amy K. Sweet McNamara's DVD on Jewellery Maker. Amy will guide you through some beautiful designs, including a butterfly, a beetle, flowers and accessories. This DVD is packed full of tips and inspiration, so come and explore the colourful world of Shibori. Shibori Projects DVD, Sunday at 10 AM on Jewellery Maker.
Hi. I'm not supposed to be here, am I? I'm not supposed to be over there. Can I tell you what I've just been doing in the break? I've been licking the back of my hand. Because I really wish you hadn't done what you've just done. Leah has just walked into the studio and brought in a chocolate substitute that's completely natural and organic and squeezed some on the back of my hand for me to lick. I've literally spent the break like that. Licking it like a little cat.
That's going on YouTube later for a face grab.
That's a little tiny cat. Right, let's go to, which one? Are you going to my sheet? Can you tell me what price you're going to? Don't. Okay, this item here. This gemstone strand of distinction. This gemstone strand of distinction of premium quality natural apatite.
Which is faceted, which is a really long strand, which has amazing colour. No, that's just rude. It's a starboard!
Right, come here, come on. I have been one of your presenters now for 7 years. Okay, not too close, I've not had Botox. Okay, or my roots done in a few weeks, okay. I've been one of your presenters now for 7 years. You know that I don't take life too seriously, or I try not to. I like to have a giggle, but at the same time, as a fellow jewellery maker myself, I'd like to consider myself as an astute businesswoman, because I do have my own business as well. You have to, when in this role, you have to have lots of fun, but you've also got to be aware, and I'm acutely aware, that I'm also getting you to spend your money. I am, that's my job. Do I ever tell you anything that I don't believe in? Have I always said we're very different from your average shopping channel? I can't get behind anything that I don't believe in. Unfortunately here was that for Jewellery Maker, I don't have to. And I always tell you as it is. So if I say something's not as fab quality, but that's why you're getting it for the low price, I will say that. And I have been known, and Jem, I'm sure you've seen me many times saying, you know what, this isn't the best quality, but that's why it's going under £10. So for me to say that I have no idea why this is going under £10, categorically, 100%, you have it on my life. I've no idea how we are able to do this under £10. It's heat treated, so I said natural before. It's heat treated, it's £6.95. Thank you for that sound effect, Mike. That's actually truly beautiful. Oh my goodness! That's a silly price. Denise Petite Treasures. It's ridiculous. This is a genuine gemstone. And for me, a heat treatment is still remaining that gemstone is organic. I've said this before. If you've got an organic food and you put it in the oven, when it comes out, it's still organic. Yeah. You put that gemstone into a very high temperature, it comes out of that kiln and it's still organic. It's the same thing, it's just been heat treated. And the reason that we heat treat just enhances the colour. Is that air conditioning I can hear, or rain? It's air conditioning. Are we sure? Maybe I'm just wishing for rain, because if it doesn't rain, I've got to go around to Mum and Dad's garden tomorrow morning and water it, because we're on holiday. £6.95 on this, £6.95. This is the same gemstone that I was referring to at the very start of the show when I was saying its origins come from dinosaur teeth. It's amazing. Has that made you look at this gemstone slightly differently?
It really has. I mean, I know that certain facts about gemstones always boggle one's mind slightly, but this is an extra mind boggler. I had no clue.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And if you've had the neon earlier, I think both of them together.
What about the turquoise?
Oh, delicious. Yes, definitely. That's actually really beautiful. See,
isn't it?
Perhaps wouldn't have thought of that, but isn't that gorgeous?
Just lovely. This time of year, your holiday. Are you going on holiday, Jem?
Hopefully, if I can manhandle the very elderly camper van that we have. It doesn't have power steering, so I'm hoping that if the rib heals, we might just go a little bit of a trek.
Nice, but you have a camper van.
Yes, he's very old. His name's Frankie.
His name is Frankie.
Because there's not much camper than Frankie Howard, is there? It's camper? Never mind, I'll go home.
No, I got it. I got it. I was just... Hello, my darling Lizzie and Jem and crew. That would be nice with turquoise, as we just put it with it. Great minds think alike, my darling. Yeah. £6.95, folks, £6.95. With the Amazonite from earlier, absolutely, I'd show it with to you, but that's sold out, so it's gone out the studio as well. Hello, David! Wasn't going to buy tonight, but silly not to at that price. I know. And David, one of my regulars. Hi all, sorry, haven't been in contact, having trouble with a non-healing stinging leg. Car door accident. What?
Oh, get well soon, love.
Get well, my darling. It wasn't your car, was it, that I had an incident with earlier? What? Upper major legs? What? £6.95. Oh, David, lots of healing hugs there to you, hun. Can I show you it like this? Do you sell your jewellery? Do you sell your jewellery, Jem?
Yes, I do, lovey.
Where do you sell it?
Primarily on one of the online services for handmade items, but I also go to local craft fairs, and I have an outlet in a local store as well.
Don't you think that as a display or to photograph?
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous.
That's amazing. Can you just tell me, so that's number 4, can you tell me if that geo's Brazilian? Knew it! I love gemology. Right, where to, sorry? Oh, now Moonstone. It's going to just go through everything. It's going to look beautiful with the kit that we're going to come to imminently. This Moonstone is exquisite, 35 carats. Now, the beauty of Moonstone is you'll find that it'll go with so many different things. And for me, I tend to use Moonstone when I'm umming and ahhing about whether to use a pearl. It almost has that similar finesse quality.
It does. It's almost like a soft breath, isn't it?
Yeah. It could be like a little baby's breath. Gypsophila, gypsophilia. How do you say it?
I say gypsophilia.
What do you say, Leah?
Gypsophilia.
Gypsophilia. Yeah, so do I. But I said it on the show the other week. Maybe longer than that, actually. And we got told, no, it's gypsophila. I think it's a bit of a scone situation. We'll let it go. But this is a beautiful strand. Now, they're 4mm rounds. I don't think the recording does these justice at all. Look at those. £5.95, and it's genuine moonstone. It's completely, totally and utterly natural. And it's all the way from Norway, and that's a really lovely quality to have, the fact that it's from Norway as well. Because you do get to see, when you start looking at gemstones and gemology and where they come from, the properties they give out, it makes sense geographically and geologically that this is coming from Norway, with the different light that you're getting, because obviously Norway, you associate it with being a prime location to go and see the northern lights. And actually, when you then see these amazing, almost aurora borealis colours coming out in some directions, it is very beautiful, very subtle, but very, very elegant. QSGP78, and it's amazing at £5.95 that it's coming from Norway, because Norway is a very expensive country. My brother lived there for over a year, and every time he came back to the UK, his friends, all of his British friends out there, was desperate for cheese, because you can't really get any hard cheese very easily out there, and it's so expensive.
It's very similar with Sweden as well. We always have to send my friend Karin some cheddar.
Yeah. What? Sorry. You're going to Norway for 3 days. Whereabouts?
Oslo.
In Oslo. Oh, I can give you some handy hints and tips from my brother. I'll sort you out. Right, anyway, this gorgeous rainbow moonstone is 4mm rounds. They are 4mm rounds. Here we go, says Liz in Kent. We're talking about sleep deprivation. I once drove into Cardiff with my new baby in the car and went back home on the bus.
Did you take the baby with you, though? That's the key.
Well, that's what I'm worrying about, Liz. Yeah? Oh, I know another one that I did. 1 tiny minute. What time is the Aegeo coming up? It's amazing! Should we do it next? I know, it's so good. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a sec. I'll just tell you about my other sleep deprived thing. So I was in the centre of Manchester with my nan, and I'd picked her up. She lives in Bury, Mid-Inkster, for those of you regular viewers. She lives in Bury, opposite Fairfield Hospital. Anyway, I've been to pick up my nan, and we were going into Manchester to Kendall's for lunch, for those of you who know Manchester. We parked at the big car park at the other end of town, at the other end of the high street. Anyway, we went and had some lunch, we came back, my car wasn't there. It was not there. But what was there, next to, because I parked next to a huge like pillar thing, was I was driving a red car at the time, was red paint marks. I was like, oh, Nan, my car's been nicked. That's it. My car's been nicked. Someone has stolen my car. My car. I was thinking about the contents. I had the costumes for a show in there. That was it. Absolutely devastated. So went and found the security guards. They took all my details and everything, and they said, so just to confirm, you were on level 5. And I went, no. You parked on level 5? No, I parked on level 7. I was 2 levels down. I went up and I'm like, it's my car!
You've never been so glad to see your car
Never been
in your
so
life.
glad to see little Jimbles, as I call them. Yeah, yeah. I had Jimbles, I had Jeeves, I've had, anyway. Right, there you go, to the sleep deprived state. That was because I'd been intoxicated 2 nights previously as a student. And I was still under par. Right, let's do the geode. No, as in, I wasn't still intoxicated. It had happened 2 days previously, and look, half a glass of wine, and I can't function. So I just stayed in bed the whole previous day. I'd already put my nan off a day, and I was just tired. I've got the constitution of a goldfish. I'm rubbish. I can't drink. I can't. I'm rubbish. Honestly, half a glass, I'm done. Right, okay. Let's do the geode. Simon, we're going to do a prize for you and everybody else watching. This will be an amazing, it's amazing to own it. I bought them for my boys, for my 2 little boys. I bought one for my husband. They are moments and pockets of history that you can never, ever, ever recreate. And there's something so extraordinarily exquisite about it. I think to invest in one of these, if you photograph your jewellery, even if you're sending it in for the Wall of Fame every week, stunning. A backdrop for genuine gemstones. Or even for Swarovski as well, that's amazing. But for me, I'm a bit of a purist. I'd use that as a backdrop for photographing genuine gemstone pieces of jewellery. Okay. Now, can you pass me a piece of your jewellery made up, please, Jem? Because what you could actually do is get one of those, you know, you can buy little miniature, thank you. You can buy miniature easels, can't you?
You can, they're very, very cute.
So you say that you sell on a very well-known website that is an outlet for handmade crafts.
Yes.
It just makes you stand out, doesn't it? And also it gives you some gravitas as a user of genuine gemstones. Right, could I see the call screens, please? If you're genuinely interested in this geode, start dialing now. Now, this is an 800 carat piece. Everything that you see here in terms of the gemstone is completely natural. Now, let me show you this side, because this is where it gets exciting. What you're looking at here is the way that amethyst forms in Brazil. It's completely different than Zambian. So of late we've had a lot of Zambian amethyst in, which is known for its deep, intense richness of colour. Have you heard me talking about this recently, the difference between Brazilian and Zambian?
I haven't been on recently, no.
Okay, rude.
Sorry, darling.
I'm every time Lucy's
really
on.
sorry.
Stop my wife. Right. So, in Zambia, you've got amazingly deep, intense, natural colour of deep, intense amethyst happening, and that forms where tectonic plate movements happened, and these big crevices form in the Earth's crust, and that's where the amethyst, nitty-gritty little quartz gets in there. It's a little bit naughty like that, it gets into places it shouldn't be, and then it grows and expands, and because of these gorgeous deep crevices, that's where the colour forms beautifully in Zambia. Now, in Brazil, it's a different story. In Brazil, like your piece here that's coming from Brazil, it forms in geodes. So what happens on the most part is that huge lava bubbles have formed maybe millions, what will be millions of years ago. So imagine, it tends to happen around where volcanic activity has taken place in Brazil, of which there's plenty. Volcanic activity, here we go. I went to theatre school. This is B, a volcano. Okay, so I'm the volcano. you've got the little bubbles of lava, or big bubbles of lava, or boulders of lava coming out of the ground. Now, quite often when lava almost looks like it's in boulders, it's actually quite often it's hollow. And that's what has happened here. You've got a... It can happen in a few different forms, and the fossilisation can actually be of trees that got captured in volcanic... It tends to happen around volcanic activity, but imagine if there was a tree trunk and it gets taken down by the volcano and the lava, it's rolling down the hill and it gets basically fossilised. The interior starts to decay, and where the interior has then gone, the amethyst gets in and it just grows. And it grows in these incredible formations, in these structures of shafts, these little shafts. Can you see them? Now, this was brand new for the birthday show. We've got a handful remaining. This is completely, totally and utterly natural, and it's the most collectible geode we have ever had here at Jewellery Maker. The best of luck, it's at £54.95, and once you've got that, you've got it for life, and that is a family heirloom. That is something that you would see in a museum, and you've got the chance to own it now. I've got literally a handful left remaining now. Congratulations, got somebody in Nottinghamshire, Ayrshire, Berkshire, and quite a few different locations in Wales. Hello. £54.95. The best of luck to all of you. Got a couple more of you just come in to and ah about that one. Isn't that fabulous? So that's why in Brazil, you don't typically, and this is what's unusual about this geode as well, as the depth of colour. You don't often see that richness of depth of colour in Brazilian. That's usually quite unique to Zambia. But where in Zambia you get the amethyst growing in very long shafts and formations of tectonic plate movement, in Brazil you get it forming in geodes and monstrous geodes. My husband says it's like cocoons or wombs for gemstones.
Am I correct in thinking that these geodes can sometimes be called a hot potato?
Indeed they can.
And am I also right in thinking that very skilled artisans will go to these collections of hot potatoes, or cool potatoes by that time, and by tapping them they will be able to understand what's going on inside?
Yeah.
I find that absolutely fascinating, and I adore the colour of this. Purple is my favourite colour, therefore amethyst is one of my top 10 gems, and that is exquisite. When you go through a museum shop and you look at the equivalent in your fairly standard garden centre or day out kind of place, the quality that you will see there, and it's not to denigrate it in any way, but you'll often get quite an uneven colour, or you'll get heavy calcite inclusions in them. This is absolutely exquisite. The quality of it is just unimaginably good.
And you can actually tell it's going to be good quality by looking at the thickness of the outside of the geode, the host part of the rock, because then it's... Oh, wow! Okay. Yeah. Can somebody move it, please, because it's climbing upwards. Ah! It's there. It's there. It's there. It's there. It's the fact that it jumped. It's not a money spider. Leah, I know you've just dropped it on the floor. Please don't leave it to just wander around the studio. Please could it exit the studio and go into the garden where it belongs? We'll read a message. I took my gemstones in school recently. This is from Tanya. I did a talk on them as my daughter was learning about rocks and volcanoes, and they love my amethyst the most. Oh, it's a fascinating gemstone. It is fabulous. Oh, how lovely. I bet the children absolutely loved it. My little boy Charlie, who's 4.5 now, he starts school in September.
No way.
Yeah.
Seriously, this year?
Yeah. I feel sick.
That's crazy.
I feel sick.
Oh, it's going to be brilliant.
He is going to love it. I am going to be an emotional wreck. He has his first taster day on Tuesday next week. So I'm usually with you on a Tuesday, and I can't be this Tuesday because we've got a full new school day. Is that this Tuesday? Yes, this Tuesday. I'm forgetting what day of the week it is because I'm in my pyjamas. Right. Lady.
Hello, my lovely. La.
It's really like a pyjama top. The kit is amazing anyway.
Oh, it's beautiful.
What you've done with it, the inspiration that you brought to us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sending me such a wonderful kit. It's much appreciated. The idea behind the name really appealed to me. I adore the deco period of fashion, of design, of homewares. When I watch a certain Belgian detective, and a lot of care and attention to detail was put into that show, and you look at things like the lampshades, it just makes me grin hugely. What a time to be alive in terms of style and design.
It is amazing, absolutely amazing. And you have brought it beautifully, particularly with the headdress as well.
I really loved that one.
We should have a little... Can't do it, I've got my flip-flops on. That's absolutely exquisite, and the model does have a face, it just looks like it hasn't there in that shot. I'm going to talk you through the contents of the kit, and then it will start to make sense as we see it. There, I've left me tablet thing over there. And my cup of tea, I didn't even notice my cup of tea was there. Oh, Sam, you're beauty, thanks, doll. Okay, have a look at these strands of genuine gemstones. Now, I already gave you a heads up, and you've seen here, obviously, that there is the abalone. Abalone or abalone, it's up to you how you want to say it, there's no definitive way.
I tend to say abalone, and then I sort of cover all the bases.
Abalone, what you call it, like, it's got its double-barrelled name.
Yeah, why not?
Cute, why not? Okay, so you're going to get 4 strands of genuine gemstones. You've got 2 of the abalone rectangles. Now, they are measuring approximately 12 by 8 millimetres, and each of those strands is a 38 centimetre strand. You've then got one of the most in-demand gemstones at the moment within the jewellery industry, which is spinel. Black spinel, 70 carats on this strand and 30 carats on this strand. Now this one is a 31 centimetre strand, and this one here is a 70 carat 18 centimetre strand. Now these are 3mm little rice beads. No, sorry, these are your rice beads. These are the 3mm rounds, and then the rice beads go from an 8x4 up to a 15 by 7. They are amazing. Now, you can't get this deal without using the code at the top of your screen. We're going to do a collective deal, which is amazing. Oh, and by the way, we're going to throw in some free wire as well. ZSGC81. So the deal you're going to get, you cannot get without using the code at the top of your screen. 0800 644 655. And with your wire that you're getting as a free gift, you're going to get 10 metres of the 0.4 and 10 metres of the 0.8. It's all silver plated copper wire. For those people who've not used wire before, Gemma, and we obviously have lots of new people joining us all the time, why would we use, under what circumstances do we use the 0.4, and under what circumstances would you use the 0.8?
The 0.8 in this instance is going to be your framework. It's a really nice quality wire. The surface is very stable. It can be firmer than some 0.8s, so you could, if you wanted to, run it through the wire straightening tool a couple of times, or run it between your fingers, and that will strengthen it up so it acts a little bit more like a 1mm, which is very structural. I've used that as the framework. For the headpiece, there's a layer of 0.8 underneath and 2 layers of 0.8 above to give that a little bit of extra strength. Then the 0.4mm goes through everything else. It acts as your weaving. If you wanted to do some beautiful basket weave somewhere, then you use the 0.4. And other than that, it holds it all together.
Your wire work is immaculate. So you've also used it to create the earring loops, or were they ready formed?
The earring loops I actually had in my stash, but they would be very, very simple to make from the 0.8.
And just to know that, have you hammered?
Those have not been hammered at all. What I did is I literally just took a length of the wire between thumb and forefinger, one end between my pliers, and then just drew that along between like this. And what that does, it just work hardens it ever so slightly. It removes any kinks, and it gives it a super shine as well. You don't want to do it too much, so you don't want to overwork harden before you're ready for it to be in position. You don't have to hammer the 0.8 if you give it a little bit of pre-treatment. So it had a bit of pre-treatment.
It's fab. It's absolutely fabulous. So that's the contents of your kit. Should we see it in context, or do you want to bring in the pricing first? What do you want to do, Phil? Right. Just so you know, it should be £38.70. So if you were buying everything individually and you were to put it all in your basket, so you'd go and find the codes for all of those items individually, it would come to £38.70. But today it's just £27.95 when you use the code ZSGC81, which is a fantastic saving. There you go. £10.75 is the saving, but you've got to be getting it right here, right now, and checking out your baskets. 0800 644 645 has got quite limited stock on that already. That's proving to be a really, really popular one. So let's have a look. Can you talk us through design by design, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you, darling. I'll have a cup of tea.
Enjoy. One of the design features that I like about this particular era, going through and out the other side of the Victorian era, a lot of jet was used towards the end of that period, and a lot of French jet, which is in fact glass. And for me, it's very reminiscent of that period to use spinel. You can bring the look of a jet, a highly polished jet, or a French glass, but this is the most beautiful gemstone to work with. Even with those delicate rounds, which are polished smooth, you get such a beautiful luster on them.
Amazing
it's absolutely
sheen.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
So in terms of patterning, it's just a case of sort of sequencing the gemstones until they make you happy. So on the necklace that's closest to us, I've just literally put one large bead to 3 small beads to create a repeating pattern. And if that's all you wanted to do, if you're new to jewellery making, then that would be an exquisite design in and of itself. But I added a bit of wire on because I really like working with wire.
Oh, it is.
As Mike just said, why not?
Why
I'd like to not take responsibility for that pun, thank you very much. What I'm going to show you tonight is how to set the abalone squares between 2 tram lines of wire. Now, this can be used in the bangle and in the headpiece. So it's got sort of a multi-purpose
I was just about
technique.
to comment, by the way, on your amazing wire work, because this is where you've done your join as well. Look at that. This is fabulous. You're immaculate with your wire work. I'm just very aware that we haven't got a close-up so much of the other pieces just before we go on, because your work is just stunning. I want to get it all shown off completely.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful ring.
I really enjoyed that one.
That's lovely. And that's the centre of the spinel strand.
That was one of the larger pieces, yeah.
Wow.
And I just thought I'd set it opposite to how I would normally think to set it in a ring. And then it led to, the design kind of made itself. I popped some other of the smaller spinels around it. Is it too big?
That's beautiful.
I really enjoyed that one actually. I was quite pleased.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Stunning. And then you've actually created a brooch.
Yes, now one of the other designs that featured quite a lot in the Deco period was a fascination with Egypt and the Carnarvon and all of the finds out in the Valley of the Kings. So I tried to do a little bit of a 1920s, 1930s take on a lotus blossom, which was a common design feature in Egyptian
very much so.
times and jewellery. And then the last one is my Poirot lampshade.
Oh, you've outed you.
I have, I'm afraid.
You've outed you.
My Belgian detective.
That's the one.
Oh, the detectives are available.
I did warn you, an hour and a half, 2 hours in, I'd start to flag you. It's all right, my caffeine will kick in. Okay, so over to you, my lovely.
Okie dokie, can I pop those steps over to one side,
Oh, of course
please,
you can, yeah.
Okay, so what we will do then is I'm just going to show you, if you wanted to recreate the bangle, I will show you how to start that off. Now what you would need to do is take one piece of wire, probably about 26 inches long, and that would be the 0.8mm silver plated wire. So I need the pliers that I left on the other side of the desk.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Do apologise.
No, I apologise, I stole them.
So that I don't drop anything on the floor or poke Lucy in the face with some wire, I'm going to use a shorter piece.
Don't worry about it, I'm used to it. I should wear safety, I should wear a helmet.
But I would use a much longer piece if I wanted to recreate the headpiece, or if I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, I'd start off with a much longer piece of wire.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is start in the centre of my, please imagine this is about 25 to 26 inches long, and I'm going to create an aperture to fit my first abalone in. Now, looking at the size of my pliers, you can see that the abalone is slightly wider than the tip of the pliers there, okay? So what I will need to do is create a right angle on one side, and I've work hardened this ever so slightly, so I'm going to push down for a right angle, get a lovely 90 degrees in there, remove the pliers, and then pop one of the abalones in to get an idea on the sort of dimension that we're looking to create. So if I pop those pliers back in, and you can see that I'm probably 2 millimeters gap between the edge of my pliers and the side of the abalone. So I'm going to remove the abalone now and create that second right angle so that you can see we've got this channel setting forming. This is exactly how I made the bangle, was to start off with a channel and leave myself about a 4 or 5 millimeter gap into which I could put the other end. As you can do it very simply as some loops, or you can do it the way I did it, which was to bring the ends in together, weave it a little bit and then wrap them round. So you've got some choices, but the main thing I wanted to show you today was how to get these to sit really nicely. So I'm just going to make sure that this is beautifully square, and I have got some true 90-degree angles in there. That looks pretty neat to me. I now need, if I was doing this at home, I would be looking to use quite a long length of the 0.4. So I'm just going to unspool a shorter length again so that I don't do any damage to your lovely presenter. Work with as long as you can, piece of wire, 0.4, probably a good arm and a half's length if you can.
Okay.
I'm going to work with a slightly shorter length because it's a little bit less wasteful and a little bit less dangerous.
I don't mind.
Well,
7 years in, I've had it all, it's fine.
I don't want it to sort of ping off at you, my love. So the first thing that we want to do is to anchor onto the central piece of the framework that we've made. So I'm going to spin around probably 4 or 5 times so we've got a really good grip around this short section in the end of the frame. So you can move that around after it's in position. So I've gone all the way over to one side, if you can see it's closer to this side, and I'm then going to use my pliers to help me pull that around and create a coil. Pull that nice and tight, push. Going to go around a couple of times just to get a nice neat coil. Of course I've gone off the end because it's live. There we go. Around again, so that's a 3rd time. Pull. Now normally I would use my hands to move the wire around, but because I'm only going for sort of 5 coils, I'm working it, but it's not really that important. Once I've got my 5 turns, I'm just going to trim the end off, pull that residue out of the way, smooth the end of the wire, and then get the long tail of 0.4 to sit centrally inside my framework. It will move it around a little bit as we go, but for the time being I want that to sit centrally. So the next thing we're going to do is introduce our first abalone. I'm going to keep doing that all night, onto the thin wire. So pop one of those on. The more delicate and light-handed you are with your long length of 0.4, the less trouble you will have with it. So take time to be gentle. I'm going to leave that gap between the end of the frame and the start of the abalone. That's getting boring already, isn't it? What should I call it? Bead. There we go. So what I'm going to do is pinch the abalone quite firmly, pull the tail of the 0.4 up at quite a smart right angle, so that's quite a tight little curl on the end there. I'm drawing over the top. This is my number 1 wire on top, my number 2 wire beneath. So my thin wire is going over the top of number 1, up in between number 1 and number 2. It's coming over the top of my number 2 wire, and I'm putting a bend in it so that it sits quite nicely. And this 0.4 millimeter is the perfect tension and the perfect consistency and texture to do this kind of job with. So I've got a little bit of a figure 8 going on there. So I've wrapped over the top, up the middle, around the bottom. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just use my nail to open this little loop of thin wire at the top, up slightly. I'm then going to take the tail end of my 0.4 and poke it up between the abalone and this little loop at the top here. So up it comes. If you support the wire here, it will be less feisty and be less likely to kink where you don't want it to. So I've pulled that through and given it a little bit of a pull downwards towards my number 2 wire. And what this does is it draws the tail end of the wire to meet the centre of the abalone. Now at this point what I've been doing is just pulling the thin wire in a long continuation between the frame and then pushing those 2 loops up back towards the abalone so it's nice and neat, okay? And then all we're going to do is rinse, repeat with the next stone. Sorry, that's gone a bit feisty, I do apologise. So I'm going to add the next abalone in onto that thin wire and just slide it all the way down exactly as we did before. And with this technique, it's just a case of repeating until you have enough abalone sitting in position. So I will show you again that very repetitious but very neat way of getting the abalone rectangles to sit still. So pull up, over number 1, around, up between number 1 and number 2, over the top of number 2, give that a pull upwards so you get that nice neat figure 8. Open up ever so slightly that loop at the top, support your thin wire, get the tail end between the abalone and the top loop, pull that into position. You can, if you like, support where you made that bend on the lower number 2 wire. Pull, give that a nice little tug firmly, and that sits neatly again. So I'm going to not do any more of that because we're just kind of repeating the same thing over and over again. But that sits quite neatly.
Really neat.
Once you get to the end, if you want to support the abalones and stop them from twisting in their position, you can go to the flip side, and it doesn't really matter how neatly you do this. If I just pop that down on the board for a second, pull that along, what I'm going to do is just find little apertures into which I can post this wire, the tail end of my wire. If you need to add on, you can. There we go. Pull that up and around so it's nice and tight, and from the front it will just look like you've got a little extra wire exactly where the first wire was. It doesn't really show anything extra to the design. If I pop that back down again and then zigzag back and forth. So I'm going to just find again another aperture that I can use to put that fine wire through, pull that down into position, and what we're doing is we're creating a little network of like a safety net really. So when I come to the end here, all I would do is spin around a couple of times. So that's 1 and 2. Give that a nice pull, probably a 3rd time for security. But what that does is it stops the abalones from moving around too much in their little cage, and your whole piece will last much longer. The more movement a bead gives you when it's on a design, the more it wears the wire you're utilising. So the stiller, if that's a word, the more static you can keep it, the better, if that makes sense. I say.
I love it.
You know, Phil said it would look nice up the other way as well, as a little miniature crowny type thingy.
Oh, the crown myself.
Which is an idea. Actually, do you know what? With a little chain across the back, that would really, really work as a crown as well. Or a tiara, if you prefer, or a headpiece.
Yeah, that, do you know what? The way you've done it, it's really comfy. Could you also...
Yes, that's the other idea, is that just wear it as a talk.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to draw the deco design forward slightly, it's wired into position so that you can do that. You wouldn't want to do it too many times.
I love that. That is, I was just so tempted when it was just sat there.
Has
That's
to be done.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So,
no problemo.
There completes your techniques from the kit, but it doesn't complete the deal. The deals. I'm going to do for you something that will work so beautifully with that. I want to put it with the reconstituted turquoise as well so desperately, and I want to put it with the next kit. And in fact with the apatite as well. We're going to do one of the most ridiculous deals to ever be done on a super duper spin out offer. I honestly believe that the best deals that you can get in the gemstone industry at the moment, particularly from us, are the spinel, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, look at the length of this strand and look at the sparkle. Yeah, that's not, excuse me 1 second. I'm just disputing something. Yeah, I was going to say it's not a 30 centimetre strand, that's 33 centimetres, but you're guaranteed 30. On the other one, you're guaranteed 28, and that's 30. So you're getting a lot more than guaranteed. Here we go. You are looking, and if you're going to follow that Art Deco feel, then invest in some more spinel, but just to put it with, look at it with the turquoise. That is one of my favourite combinations of the show so far. Look at it with the shell pearl from the second kit. That's a very Art Deco feel as well to get those two. Look at that. Glam, 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 glam. And dare I say it, because we're almost 6 months away from Christmas. I know. Now, you're going to get the 2 of these on this amazing, amazing, amazing deal. It's completely natural. Completely, totally, utterly natural. You'll be getting 42 carats in total. You're going to get approximately 306 gemstones in this deal. 306 gemstones of natural spinel, natural tie spinel. Approximately 306 of them, you're guaranteed a minimum of 28 centimetres on the 2x1 up to 4x3. And then the microfaceted, which are my favourite. Here we go, £9.95, £10 for the 2. When you think that has been faceted, these have been faceted by hand. Needless to say, we are incredibly busy on this offer. Huge congratulations. It does look like we are going to be having a sellout really, really quickly. Hello, lots and lots and lots of you there. If you're calling up on the phone lines, make sure you're checking out your baskets as well. Oh, I'm in heaven, love black spinel. Isn't it the go-to glam gemstone? Isn't it?
Absolutely, goes with everything.
I'm just thinking with this microfaceted as well, what's really on trend are the little chokers. Just that with just a little silver charm. If you're making jewellery for, I'm just thinking like teenagers at the moment, if you go into Topshop, if you go into River Island, if you go into the Debenhams concessions, then you will see these chokers everywhere. You can pay for literally twisted Eslon, I saw the other day, £6. For a length that went around the neck. £6 on a piece of cardboard in a shop. Cost price on it, 6p, maybe?
If that, yeah.
Yeah. £9.95 for the genuine gemstones, folks, and there's so many of them here, approximately 306 of them. If you think we had that amazing neon apatite earlier as well, you could put it with that. Even if you're just putting it with the pearl wire that we had, with all the silver finings that we had, maybe draping it over the amethyst geode. Actually, yeah, can you just throw me over one of the abalone strands, Doc? Thank you, Chickalican. Look at it. La 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 la. Oh. It's just a way of getting glam into your collection without it being too in-your-face glam. It's really sophisticated glamour when you're using black spinel. And I love it, just literally 4mm wire, threaded onto some 4mm wire, little space in between, just adorable. I love pleated wire as well with just a little microfaceted gemstone on. Now there's less than 40 of this offer remaining and loads of you with these in your baskets. What did you say then, sorry, Phil? We've got a handful of the turquoise remaining, you know. This is £11.95 on the reconstituted turquoise. So it's genuine turquoise. It's then not been reconstituted, so ground onto an incredibly fine powder and then rebound together with a form of resin. With the black spinel. Now we've got 40 of you with these in the baskets of the turquoise. We've got less than 20 strands remaining at £11.95. You can use your Visa and you can use your MasterCard, and it's only one post and packaging price for all of your purchases all day. So Penny, Julia, Leslie, Suzanne, Eva, Carol, Jenny, Bryony, Carolyn, Barbara, Susan, Gabrielle, Shazza, lots more anonymous shoppers, and Jane. Check out your baskets as soon as you can. This is on the turquoise. It's an incredible offer at £11.95. The 2 deals of the 2 strands of the spinel. at just £9.95. Someone's just got 3 of those. Turquoise. Going quickly now. How much? Are you serious? Yeah. I was just going to check that you can do a good job you checked. Good job you checked. Just got another £1 off. Okay. Now then, for those of you who love your organic gemstones, I think this gemstone comes into its own in the summer, where you tend to wear a lot of lighter colours anyway, and just tend to wear fabrics, textures. For example, this blouse that I'm wearing today, I won't wear it in winter, really. This is more of a floppy top, a summery, let's not get sticky top, yeah? You tend to wear lighter fabrics, you tend to wear lighter tones, and then this gemstone, it really falls into that zone. Now, I love moonstone alongside rose quartz. It looks amazing alongside labradorite. It looks fantastic with amethyst. It looks really punchy with amethyst. And this is a really lovely, it's $3.95. It's genuine natural organic moonstone. It's $3.95. It's $3.95. It's $3.95. 0800 644 655. Let me show it to you like so. Now, dare I say mistletoe? But you can imagine this in a mistletoe-inspired piece, can't you?
You
Or
absolutely
snowdrops.
can. You see, I see a tree of life with this as well, for any season. But when you come through to winter and you think of snow having fallen onto a skeletal tree, I think of this kind of moonstone. It's just
Nice.
absolutely beautiful. It
Yeah.
glows with life.
150 carats. AZGP10. You can use your Visa, you can use your MasterCard, and it's one post and packaging price all day. Loads more if you're getting these. Lots of people multi-buying as well, actually, at $3.95. Be lovely for a tree of life design. I can feel that coffee coming on. Can you, Jem? Sam? It's time. Yeah. Even though I'm being really healthy, I'm going to have a sugar. I'm going to live on the edge. Sam, it's time. White coffee, sugar, please. Do I like brown or white sugar in my coffee? Do you know what? I don't know, because I don't usually drink coffee and I don't usually have sugar in my drinks. What should I have? Does it taste much different?
I think it depends actually on the type of coffee you're having. If you're having a more dessert
Are
coffee,
you a bit more of a connoisseur? Are you a coffee connoisseur,
I
Jem?
do like my coffee.
Do you?
But if you're having like a sweeter dessert coffee, then I would go with a brown sugar. Whereas if you're having something else, then perhaps
What about your bog standard instant
probably
that
a
you'd
nice,
offer to the builders?
a dirty white coffee.
A dirty white coffee
Oh,
with
yeah.
white sugar.
Yeah.
I'll have one of them, please. Oh, a dirty white coffee with white sugar and a slice of white toast. Oh, thick white toast with dirty butter on it. Oh, right, let's do. What price are you thinking, Phil? This is a beauty. Ah, don't get complacent about tanzanite, folks. Don't get complacent about tanzanite. If you're seeing it on a daily basis, think we're about to hit a massive lull. And I think we possibly are seeing, I don't want to scaremonger you. I don't want to scare you into buying it. I think from talking to the buying team, knowing what I know in the gemstone industry, I think we're now starting to feel the brunt of what we've been forecasting. It's just starting to hit. The reality that tanzanite is a one-generational gemstone, that it's almost depleted, we're starting to feel it in the industry. It's like, whoa, okay, we've been talking about it all this time. Yeah, it is actually happening. So when you get a chance to own tanzanite, just buy it. Now you buy it from Jewellery Maker. It's $13.95 for 23 carats. Oh my goodness. Now, excuse me if you think I'm wrong, and excuse me if you think I'm speaking out of turn. I think that's a slightly higher price than this time last year. Do you think?
It could be indicative.
It could be. Am I wrong?
if you think that there are 330-ish flights of stairs between the surface and where the mining has reached, I wouldn't fancy running up 33 flights of stairs, let alone 330 flights of stairs. It's a very deep mine. It's not just laying around in massive boulders on the surface,
No,
is
and
it?
they run pretty much wherever they can in the mine as well. So whereas you've got this, if you imagine, here we go, here's Lucy's embrace the mine. Okay, so here's your mountain. Not quite this shape, a bit more like this. Imagine here's your mountain, okay? And down the mountain, mining. Not Mount Kilimanjaro. So basically they've had to go in and out and up. And then if you imagine, if you've got sort of the core centre, they've gone out and it's almost like branches of trees and they've gone pretty much wherever they can now. There was a point a couple of years ago, do you remember when they ran out of, they couldn't get any more dynamite into the mountain. So mining ceased for about 3 months because there was literally, you could not get any dynamite. Because what they do is they go into the mine, find a pocket and explode it. And then that releases another area. They just don't know if that's going to happen again. So they've pretty much gone wherever they can go. So the tanzanite that's got coming out, if you were to see it in a couple of years' time, chances are we will have bought it, not directly from the mine, but from a supplier who's bought it maybe a few years ago. Maybe they've been really savvy and not even buying it now and they've held on to it. What will we see in price? And then we will start seeing this gemstone as a second generational gemstone where you'll only ever be able to buy it second hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are some very, very canny collectors out there.
Yeah. I'd like to say I was one of them and I bought a bit. Yeah. Right, so £13.95 on that. Well done. Okay, let's go to, which one, sorry? Huh? I love this. I love it. Drew, are you watching? Charlie's just gone to sleep, which he should have done. Drew might be watching and being a very supportive husband. That's my husband. Ah, the droodle. I love this.
That's
It's actually my
adorable.
mum that calls him Droodle.
That is so sweet.
Little Droodle. I just said it on live TV, he's going to kill me. That is amazing. Go on, Jem. You're having a thought.
With those faceted black spinels, and you were talking about a choker with a charm, wouldn't that just be the most beautiful centrepiece?
Yeah. That'd be quite a big choker.
It would.
Because that's quite a big charm. Are you ready for this? If I put it up to my neck, like my neck, that's big! I like the idea, you know, of putting that on a chain so it comes to about your heart level. And I think guys should buy this so it's the key to your heart. That would be an amazing purchase now for Valentine's Day, wouldn't it? And for special occasions. That could be a gorgeous key ring for gents. Oh, Sam, you little beauty. Thanks, Al. What's the matter, Phil? Okay, 95 sterling silver. It should be 10.95. $10.95 down to... Oh! Oh! Solid 90! Okay, okay. So I bought myself some stud silver earrings when I was on holiday. Because this is what I do. And they were £8. And they're tiny. They're tiny. Look at the size of it. I know. But we don't sell them. If I could have got them here, I would have done. But the amount of silver in that, it's solid 925 sterling silver. I think that is the most amazing purchase. And at $6.95, I'd get loads of those and I'd put them on black cord and you could have them on your stall and you could sell them for £10.
And more, much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Easily. And they would fly because they're
I'm just
beautiful.
thinking to draw people in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much would you sell it for? How much would you sell that for on a piece of leather cord?
On a piece of cord or a faux suede, probably £14, something like that. Easily.
And it's solid 95 stone silver. And the amount of time it would have taken you to make it?
If I had to make that from scratch, I would cry because it would take me months.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. And how much time would it take you to make this on a piece of cord?
Moments. Yeah, even if you just macrame'd a small section of cord at the back, if you didn't want to use fold over ribbon ends, you know, you've got lots of very easy options.
I'm thinking you tie a knot. Done. 10 seconds, done. Piece of leather, that, done. Now we're going to go to a short break. When we come back though, we've got so many more bargains to bring to you. So don't go anywhere, get adding onto your order and we'll see you on the other side of this.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Tune in this Saturday for the launch of Linda Brumwell's DVD, Shibori Designs. Linda will guide you through an array of hints and tips including how to bezel set, use backing foundation, add embellishment and how to finish off your pieces. So make sure you're tuned in to Jewellery Maker this Saturday at 10 AM.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Okay, oh, you've got to have this because it's today's must-have. But seriously, it is an extraordinary gemstone. If this was to be priced at... Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. And I'm going to tell you, look at this. It's a multicolour beryl strand. You've got your golden beryl in there. You've got your heliodor in there. You've got aquamarine in there. You've got morganite in there. You've got aquamarine in there. You've got it all going on. It is an absolute utter beauty, and there's approximately 81 gemstones. We did a little, Sam, our floor manager, did a little count up on some strands earlier. Approximately 81 gemstones. Oh my goodness, now they go from a 4x1 up to a 6x3. We're going to do this. Do you know what? How many have we got, Phil? All right, let's just stop everything. Come here for a sec. We just had a little chat in the break, and I should have just told you this a moment ago. We're going to do it as a PR offer. Have you had my PR offers before, Jem?
I have.
Okay, so you know that this is going to be amazing. Can you show me the call screens, please, Phil? Thanks, Phil. Okay. A PR offer is one of my offers when I ask you to either give us a call or put this in your basket immediately. Now, when you call up, you don't have to press your option 1. It's a free phone number, so we're not asking to make money off your phone calls. If you put this in your basket, it's not yours till you check it out. So there's absolutely, you do not lose a penny, and you're not obligated to buy it by calling up or put it in your basket. I'm going to tell you now that this is going to go to a ridiculous price. This will be a PR offer, as in we don't spend a lot of money on advertising. Can people on the website see the price already, Phil? Phil? Can everybody on the website see the price? What price can they see? Okay. I thought it was going to be a $29.95. The price you're seeing on the website isn't quite there. Okay, put this in your basket, get it dining right now. We're going to have a sellout as we bring to you a multicoloured beryl strand all the way from Africa. It's completely natural and organic for $7.95. It's $7.95. This is a PR offer, folks. We're going to do another PR offer in this hour as well, which is basically we absolutely destroy the item value or something and take it to a, crazily low, talkable price, and that will keep, for those of you who are channel flicking, it will get you to stop and watch, and for those of you who are regular viewers, it will make you go, oh yes, I've got to get that, and for those of you new, it'll entice you in, and it's only one post and packaging price all day, so hopefully we'll get you shopping for a little bit more before midnight. 0800 644 655, we're live with you for another 2 hours. And within that time, you are going to be able to bulk buy and gorge on deals. Can I see the call screens, please, again, Phil? Thank you. Okay, yes, we are still very busy. Thank you very much for staying with us. Hello, Lena and Tina, Norman and Gillian, Jenny and Tanya. You all need to check out your baskets. We've got lots of people multi-buying on this one as well. It's a multicolour beryl strand. So for those of you who are not aware, within this strand, within the beryl family, you have got a variety of different gemstones, all of which are incredibly high-end morganite, which until very recently you could only purchase from Tiffany Jewellers, aquamarine, heliodor, golden beryl. It's all present. They're there. They're there. Each of these gemstones, of these approximately 81. Oh dear, bank manager not going to be happy. Lorraine, go and get them valued. Then you'll have him skipping. Seriously. Seriously. Go and get these back. Go and get this strand valued. At $29.95, would you have questioned it? Would you have questioned that at $29.95, Jem?
No, definitely. The colours are absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just look at these colours of the paints. So pretty. So, 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 so pretty. Suzette, hi darling, how are you? My dad had major op for bowel cancer. He's doing okay so far, so going to spend the evening with Jay and friends and maybe a few treats. Oh, hun. Did we have that conversation? Yeah, been there, done that. My thoughts are with you. It's a hairy op, it's a big op, isn't it? Big op. So as much as it's awful for the person who's going through it, as soon as they go under general anaesthetic, that's it. Oh, so my thoughts are with you. Yes, my dad is a very long term. When did he have his bowel cancer diagnosed? It will be 14 years this year. Yeah. Largest tumour in a survivor. Wow. Size of a cauliflower, isn't your dad? And I've got to say that, so, you know, here we go on our medical talks, is that? But he had an extraordinary tumour, and he's fine. He's great. it's great. So I hope everything went well with the procedure. Bit of a recovery time, but lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love to you. And if you want to chat about anything, and if you want to message, my dad does a little bit of supportive counselling now, so for people who go through it as well. So if you need him to hook up, because it's quite good sometimes. Men don't talk, do they? So just message me. You know how to on Facebook. Ah, lots of love. See, you come to work and you just never know what everyone else is going through in their lives. There's a lot. Let's not even get me started what's going on in the world at the moment, because I'll just start crying. That'll be that. Thank you for staying, ladies. You have well and truly cheered me up and brightened my day, says Rach. Rach, just love you. Now, Rach, can I ask you something? You're in Devon. Controversial. Even though you live in Devon, do you put your jam or your cream on first? You would jam or cream first and first. I know that you probably wouldn't.
But when I did...
But when you did...
But when I did, it would be... Oh, I don't know, jam then cream, Cornwall way, I think.
You see, I don't get the whole... I think the reason I do jam and then cream is because if you do the cream first, I don't think you can get as much on. Because you spread the jam and then you dollop the cream on like a big boom. Mike's not said anything for ages, director Mike, other than very professional camera shots, and he's just gone, oh, I want a clock of cream now. You're with me, Leah? Then you can just dollop it on, yeah. Right, that is at 7.95. Keep your text messages coming in, folks, but we are also talking about what crazy things have you done while you've been sleep deprived. Lots of funny things coming through. You thought of another one, Jem?
I've just remembered something my husband did. When we were both really, really sleep deprived and our son was quite small, he went through a stage of colic, and then we had a respite of a week, and then he started teething. Right. So we had no sleep for about a year. Yeah. And he picked up the bleach floor wipes by mistake and did a nappy. Fortunately, our son was absolutely fine, and if you're watching, my love, I'm really sorry, but you were fine. But that's what sleep deprivation.
Can I just clearly say that Jewellery Maker and Jem herself and all of us here do not advocate that happening. It's yet another example of sleep deprivation.
Please, please don't do that.
Right then, let's go to, where should we go to next, Phil? Which one? You're not telling me because it's not on the sheet. Well, that is absolutely brilliant. It's known in the industry as a triangle of trust. We always share our information. Producer, presenters, director. I ain't got a clue. This is two parallel lines. Do what you want. Showstopper. PR offer. Right, come here. PR offer again. Now, the reason we're going to do this, and I'm going to be able to do this, is because we have been into the warehouse and we've just done a little bit of digging. When was this last done, sorry? I launched this in March. I must have just been newly pregnant with Freddie. So I was obviously in a little bit of a weird place to do what we did. How am I going to do it? I launched this in March of 2015. It's hardly been seen. Yes, you've been able to buy Figaro chain, but have you been able to buy 95 sterling silver Figaro chain, 3 meters of it? Now then, hello, what you're about to see is indicative of the price of silver starting to rise, because how many grams of silver is it? 8.7 grams, and we're going under £40 for this chain. We're going under £40 for 3 meters of 925 sterling silver Figaro chain. The original launch price on it was £24.95. We're going under 40. If we just stay at sterling silver prices at the moment, £39.95 BAs. This is legacy stock. In other words, it's old stock. It's £19.95 and it's stunning. It's stunning. 3 meters, Visa and MasterCard. That sounded like a strangled cat. 3 metres at 925 sterling silver. Figaro chain, 19.95. Let me just drape that over my hand for you. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Oh, Jem, can you imagine the wire that you could weave into that?
Absolutely fantastic if you managed to get hold of some of the, I think we had some 0.3 or 0.25 silver wire. Absolutely ideal to go through here.
Yeah, Laura had some, didn't she? The 0.3.
Absolutely gorgeous, and you can make your own little end loops with the finer head pins as well. Pop one of the black spinels on and then create a wrapped loop either side with the wire. Absolutely gorgeous way of finishing it.
And it's just so incredibly versatile. That is solid 925 sterling silver through and through. You literally just take your wire cutters to it, cut the length that you want. You can go really, really chain heavy as well. It would be lovely for maybe 3 different lengths. You get 3 metres. Now, there's only 7 of these left, and I've got more than 20 of you with these in your baskets. Check out your baskets as soon as you can. If you're on the phone lines, press your option 1 right now. Option. I still can't say that word. Say option for me.
Option. Think of op and think of shun.
Option.
There you go.
Yeah, but it feels wrong. It feels like I've got veneers on. I don't have veneers on, clearly. But it's like something's gone wrong with my teeth. It's that sleep deprivation. Because my teeth feel weird. Option. Have I been eating rhubarb? Rhubarb makes your teeth weird. Mike, have you been eating rhubarb? Rhubarb makes your teeth feel weird. According to Director Mike, like I said earlier on the show, we're not your average shopping channel. A friend of mine, we talked about 24 hours in A&E earlier, didn't we? Because it's like we were on an episode of it. A friend of mine is a sound engineer on it, on 24 hours in A&E. That's just got to be the strangest experience ever. Hasn't it? Yeah. Just watch it. Whoa. He said, don't worry, it's not been too horrific this season. Oh, good. Oh, lovely. Right, okay, let's go to...
Ooh.
Oh, wow. You're having... Oh, I love this. Oh, I'm having one of these. How many have got? I'd love it. Yeah, I'm having one of these. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, yeah, I like that. It sets off my mosquito bite beautifully. That's lovely.
Absolutely
That's
gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Highly visible, but the texture that you see in it is exquisite. Absolutely
It's
beautiful.
like rope. Sterling silver rope. Now, what you can see very clearly there with the close-up is you can wire into it. Because sometimes you don't want to attach a pendant, you know, and then the chain comes around, but that could be really beautifully weighted. You could actually temporarily wire your pendant into the chain.
You certainly could, yeah, absolutely.
I like this.
It's beautiful.
I might not take it off.
Some chains you see and you get the odd glimpse, the odd bit of shine, but this is really very visible to be worn by itself as well as with a pendant.
Yeah. I'd wear that every single day. Sterling silver. Sam? You know, when it comes to checking off all the items at the end of the show, you might be one chain down. $9.95. That's. I mean, there's no chance that I'm going to get my hands on that. Is there? $9.95. That's 18 inches. They're 2mm links, so they are slightly large. Let me take it off for you. I'm not really going to steal it. I do. It's beautiful, isn't it? These are larger links than I've seen previously. If I just fold it over for you, you can see it, can't you?
Love how that moves. That's amazing. Can you imagine? Not just the machine that makes this links, but the people that designed how that works.
And it's engineering, isn't it?
It is engineering. It's absolutely stunning design. Really beautiful.
Tell you what, it's a really lovely clasp on it as well. You could stamp into that clasp. That's big enough to take a letter or a symbol, an initial, a number. Gorgeous. How are we doing on stock levels on that one, Phil? The key pendant would look stunning on that chain. Oh, yes, muffin. Let me see where that has gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone out of the studio, I'm afraid, my darling. But yes, it would. Yeah. Where in Cornwall are you, hun? As you know, I am obsessed with the place. Jim's like, me too, me too.
I was looking at houses, which is one of my favourite fantasy house buying escapades.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I know, and I found a very reasonable little 3-bedroom house in a particularly beautiful part of Cornwall for an affordable amount of money. I thought,
where
there
in
you go.
Cornwall was it?
Tor Point, I want to say.
I don't know there. My previous life was in Boscastle, you see.
Ah.
Oh, look, yeah. Less than £20. It would basically be £17 to get the two together. Crazy. So good, so good. Which one is it? Oh, do you know, I love these. And they... no, they're not. You all right, Sam?
I'm good, sorry.
Just checking she hadn't fallen over. You're having a laugh. Oh, lowest price of silver on your screen all night. Lowest price of silver on your screen all night. Lowest price of silver on your screen all night. Lowest price of silver on your screen all night. These are lovely. Oh, these are so lovely. I'd have these in my macrame. Or would have them on some black S-long cord in a bracelet and nothing else. Look, they're tubes, but they're square. I love those.
Those are absolutely fantastic. It sort of lends an air of a masculine design idea as well as feminine ideas.
Good point, yeah.
And at 7mm in length, that's going to work on your memory wire bracelet and necklace size as well, so the medium and large. You're going to be able to use those with quite chunky beads in between. So if you wanted to do a bangle, which is endless, but cover it in sterling silver and gemstones, but have the strength of memory wire, you're completely covered, aren't you?
Oh, you're good. You're really good. Well, have you? You can stay.
Oh, thanks, bud.
She's only been here 2 years. £4.95. They're 925 sterling silver. So these have got, they are really gorgeous. Be lovely alongside the square wire as well.
It certainly would. It would give you options that you perhaps wouldn't otherwise have.
Option. Option. It's the middle of the word, I just can't get my head around it. These are great for making a cross. Oh yes, I have these, they are fab, says Sarah in West Sussex. Great idea for a cross. You're good too. Everyone's good. Yeah, lovely, really lovely. Sam, go on then, you must have, I can imagine you've got lots of stories to tell of things you've done when you've been sleep deprived.
When I've been sleep deprived.
Tired.
Give me a few seconds, because I know it has been. Oh, actually no.
Here we go. Yeah, it's
It would
starting.
be really nice to make my mum and dad breakfast in bed.
You thought it'd be nice to make a mum breakfast in bed?
When we used to have that washing basket that was made of plastic. And
You used to have a
I
washing
left it
basket
on
made
the
of
grill
plastic.
above the bacon. So when I took them the bacon, I didn't even notice I was that tired. It was just bacon covered in plastic.
She basically took her parents' bacon covered in plastic. That's nice. That's lovely. Phil's cooked mince without taking the paper off the bottom. I think we've all been guilty of that. Hi all, that's a lovely top gem. You're looking gorgeous today. As you, Lucy, thank you very much. These tubes would look great in a ring. Yes, they would.
They would look fabulous in a ring, and thank you very much.
That is a gorgeous top.
Thank you very much.
She's in a floaty floaty. We're in floaty floaty flappy flappy floaty floatiness. And so's Leah with her trousers. Together we are floaty flappy floaty. Are those from this country? I was going to say they don't look like they're from, my ones that aren't from this country either.
They look like fisherman trousers.
They look like they could be from Thailand. They are from Thailand. £3. I've got some lovely summer dresses like that, and I go, yeah, £3, £1.50, yeah. Right then, let's go to. Oh, excuse me. sleep deprived sneeze. Which one? Oh, now then.
Hopefully
Oh,
this
stop.
won't make you sneeze.
Oh, yeah. Achoo. How much is this going to? Oh, this is beautiful. Do you know what? It's a very well-known charm company that you could pay what you're paying for the whole of this chain that gives you 5 days on it. You'd pay it for 1. Now, this chain, you can absolutely, totally and utterly deconstruct.
I love that word.
Deconstruct.
Yep.
I do. It's the world. It's sort of the word for crafters, isn't it? Look at something and see something else.
Totally. Always.
I've always been a deconstructor. I've always been a bargain hunting deconstructor.
Oh, very, very
I think that's
thrifty.
why I love Jewellery Maker so much.
Definitely.
I never paid full price for anything.
No.
Not even in Thailand. Okay, let's have a look then at this chain because it's a 40 centimetre length. I love this. It's a solid 925 sterling silver chain that's got 5 daisies on it. Now, 2 of them are spaced higher up and then there's 3 here. So there's 5, so you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as a length, this is how it comes to you. So you've got, let me just measure that actually. Do you want it in inches? You've got 3, well the measurement's there in centimetres, isn't it? So I'll do the rest of it in centimetres. So you've got 8.5 centimetres of chain, and then you get to your first flower, okay? But on the end of the chain, you've got a place to pop a clasp, and it's the same on the other end. So if you wanted to, it's all ready to go for simply just a clasp. Ah, that is so pretty. Have I got one facing the other way? Oh, I've tangled it, that's why. Sorry. Should we do the lowest price ever? Who are you talking to, Phil? Me? Yes. £19.95 lowest price ever. That is so beautiful. So beautiful.
They are really, really, really pretty.
Yeah.
But as well as daisies, I almost see little suns as well.
Yeah.
And festival wear, absolutely
Well, that's why I'm
perfect.
sticking it to my
I
head.
love it.
Oh. Just a little hair grip. I look 17. Oh, thanks, Mike. I had an absolutely stonkingly chunky fringe at 7. Did I at 17? Oh, yeah, it wasn't a good look. No.
I had jet black hair at 17.
Did you?
Jet black.
What was I doing with my hair at 7? Oh, no, I'd grown it out and I was scrunching it. Scrunching and crimping. My 13-month-old Staffy has just jumped on my knee for a cuddle and sent...
Okay, oh no. What's the Staffy called?
Okay, Kay, I've got a trick for you. She sent hundreds of seed beads scattering to the 4 corners of the living room. Okay, have you got an old pair of tights? Got an old pair of tights? Have you got a Hoover with, a vacuum cleaner, unbranded, a vacuum cleaner with a nozzle? Get a pair of tights, and I'll put a stocking or an old pair of tights over the end of your Hoover, and go and hoover it up. And whilst it's still there, you can hoover up your seed beads, scoop, and you'll retrieve your seed beads. Apparently, we had a text message in earlier and Phil forgot to show it to say that a lady had blue seed beads and her husband thought they were slug pellets and he threw them all over the garden. I'm sorry, but that's cause for divorce.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
That chain was absolutely beautiful. Lowest price ever at $19.95. I learnt that seed bead trick with a vacuum cleaner probably in my very early days of being at Jewellery Maker, and it's saved me hundreds, if not thousands of pounds over the years.
They do spread, don't they?
Crimp beads. I'm always doing it with crimp beads. Yeah.
My hubby very kindly bought me a miniature version of a particularly well-known vacuum cleaner that's round and has a masculine name, but it's for the desk, and I use that for my bead emergencies.
Can you get
You can.
mini working ones?
Yeah. It's enough to pick up your seed beads and your crimp beads and the such. Probably
Is
not
it
so great on
designed to
dog hairs.
probably do your laptop?
Keyboard,
or like
and
keyboards
such things, yeah. And biscuit crumbs under your keyboard and that sort of thing.
That is a genius idea.
You need one in your life.
Oh, I do need a lot of things. Sleep. Okay. If somebody could invent injectable sleep, is that caffeine? Is that what caffeine is?
Well, that's ingestible, I suppose.
That's the way, yeah. Rather than please don't inject yourself with caffeine. Calm tablets. And no, I need to I haven't got enough hours in the day. That's what I need.
I have been campaigning for many years to have an extra secret 4 hours a day. Nobody else gets them, but I do.
Oh,
Extra
no,
4
come on.
hours. You can sleep in them if you want to, or you can do extra jobs.
A friend of mine meditates before she goes to bed. And if she knows she's only got a limited amount of sleep, she meditates and imagines she's got longer. And apparently she sleeps loads better.
Wow.
She sleeps as if she's got the quality of sleep, the amount of hours she's thought about. She says she thinks she tricks her brain. I think she's just a bit of a nutter.
I remember reading several years ago a study in the United States of 3 groups of college students, and one of them did some quite intense exercise for 20 minutes over a set period in the day. The mean group did nothing, but the third group thought about doing exercises that the exercisey group were actually doing, but all they did was think about them, and they actually lost a midpoint of weight and gained muscle tone simply by thinking about exercising. This has to be a thing, right?
Why have we never thought of this before? Because I am a little bit of a serial DVD buyer of exercise videos, and I have been known pretty much, I'd say, in my living room right now, I probably have, I've probably got about 14. And I've never done any of them, but I've watched them and sat and
Never!
got a coffee table I can't move.
See, I've got one, it's
My
a video,
experience.
we no longer have a VCR, so I can't use it, but it was done in the 90s. And
Was it Rosemary Connolly? I've
it
got her
wasn't,
bums
can I
legs
say
and
who it
tongue.
was?
Mr. Motivator?
No, it was the guys from Men Behaving Badly. It was called Women Exercising Madly, and it was done for a charitable event. And there's a couple of songs on it now, and I still get the urge to do some leg lifts. And every time this song comes on, I'm like, must exercise, must exercise.
Do you know you've just done that on live TV? That's a repeatable moment. That's a YouTube moment. Right, we're just going to get sidetracked on from... do you remember Mr. Motivator? I wonder where he is now. He wasn't gangly, Mike. He was very... He wasn't gangly. He was very muscular. Anyway, this is a solid 90. This, tell you what, can you have a look at the profile on this for me? It's a beautiful clasp. But the profile, look at the amount of silver.
Oh gosh, that's beautifully made, isn't it?
Isn't it? That is lovely. That's a good statement toggle. I'd have that at the front of a designer. I'd use it as part of a lariat necklace.
You could easily resin into it, you could cerulean into it. You could polymer clay, I imagine, into it. I don't know for certain. You could even, if you were quite thrifty and careful, fill some of the apertures with a small amount of nail polish just to create a thin film, and it comes out like stained glass.
Really?
You need to work on your technique a bit, because I've tried a couple of times.
What would you use as your backing while you do that?
It sits, you use the surface tension of the varnish. So not all varnishes will do this.
So literally hold it suspended.
You just hold it and then very, very carefully dab sideways with your nail varnish applicator. Most people would call that a brush, I suppose, wouldn't they?
A nail varnish applicator. We're not staying at £12.95. We're doing an introductory offer. I can't get over it. So there's 3 grams of silver there in a clasp.
Wow.
When you think, weren't we close to 3 grams of silver in that popcorn, Jane? This is Right, let me see the call screens, please. Get this, folks. Get it. Get it. If you're watching right now, this is your 925 sterling silver purchase of the evening. $6.95. That is a stunner. A stunner. And if that doesn't sell out, I've not done my job properly, because that is absolutely beautiful. The swirls that you've got going around there, the thickness of the silver. Let me show you the profile of that once again.
You know when it says filigree, it's timeless design. And that's going to work with pretty much any style of jewellery you want to put with
That's
it, isn't
really true. It's, yeah, it really is. I've got so many people multi-buying on that one as well. It's brand new. We've got good stock quantity available for this, but I can tell you now that is an introductory offer that I very much doubt will ever be repeated. 95 sterling silver. This is a T-bar clasp. It's measuring 19 by 1 millimeters, and then the round is 21 by 19. So this is 19 by 1. And this is 21 by 19. Loads of you taking advantage of that one. If you've just joined us, the warmest of welcome to Jewellery Maker this evening, where it's only one post and packaging price all day. And we're talking about the crazy things that you've done whilst being very tired. Well, because basically I almost broke into somebody else's car thinking it's my own earlier on in this car park of the retail park, and realised I was at the wrong car. Just at the wrong car. Thanks for the tip, Lucy. It's working. My stuffy is called Toby. Okay, you've done the hoover thing. You're welcome, doll. You've got a pair of tights or a stocking to hang. Now, Toby, don't do that to Mummy again. Okay? Okay. I woke up and touched my nose and thought my nose piercing had come out. Then I realised I was touching my ear. I'm sleep deprived today.
I'm sorry. That's priceless, Nikki.
Oh my goodness, do you need a tissue?
Or a
She's
lie
actually
down.
lost it. She's actually lost it. That's it. That's it. It's happened. 8:30. Witching hour has kicked in. She's gone. Right. But, yeah? Doing it. Freddie's 1.5. We're learning this at the moment, yeah? Okay, let's go on to... Oh gosh, these are beautiful. These are beautiful, 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 beautiful. They're connectors, and quite simply, and quite frankly, I'd probably just put these in with those microfaceted black spinel that we had earlier. You could do with the 0.4 wire. I'm thinking. We're doing the lowest price ever on these. For 10, look. You've got a 4mm round bead in the centre. 925 sterling silver. You've got the little eye loops either side. OBRF73. 10 of them, $6.95. Sterling silver. Solid sterling silver. $6.95 for 10. For 10. And that gorgeous stardust feel just gives you a beautiful sparkle. Jen, what would you do with these, my lovely?
Oh, they are absolutely gorgeous. My favourite trick to do with these is to take a random selection of leftover beads and generate a very long rosary linked necklace. So you use up all the ones and twos of beads that you've got left over and intersperse occasionally a sterling silver bead, and especially if you've got these stardust ones, they just set off the gems so beautifully, really beautifully.
That would be really stunning. Yeah, it's just a lovely way to get some extra detailing in, or just simply use them by themselves. They're so pretty, they're going to carry a design beautifully. I'm just thinking with all the other bits and pieces that we've had so far in today's show, but proportionately...
Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it? Say that again. It's okay, Jem, I got the same reaction from my husband.
Thank you, darling. Did his mascara run? Because I think mine might have.
Slightly on your right eye, yeah, darling. We'll sort you out before we do a close-up. These are absolutely beautiful. The two together work so exquisitely. I'm about to present something I've never presented before. Did you hear the description of these?
I did, and it made me stop in my tracks because I thought it was something else entirely.
What do you think this gemstone is, folks? Come to those in just a moment. I was so tired, I once tried cooking sausages in the toaster. Don't try it. So director Mike has just gone, how do you do that? And Phil's gone, don't be stupid, just put them in. Why, that's an everyday thing, just put them in. Well, wouldn't you want to slice them? I mean, we're not going to do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're not advocating cooking sausages in a toaster. If you've just tuned in, I'm sorry. This team. Right. Have a look at these. $35 carats of, yeah, look, silver sapphire. Silver sapphires. How beautiful is that? How beautiful. Silver sapphires. Ah, does it make you do that? Ah, oh.
Definitely.
Yeah, So sapphires are, of course, one of the world's most respected and known gemstones. So when you can offer something a little bit different of a known gemstone, they are beautiful. It says at the bottom of yours. Oh, look at those. Look at that sparkle. That beautiful, delicate hue of blue. $35 carats of silver sapphire. Do you know sapphire is the second most hardest gemstone in the world? So you put diamonds. So I would always recommend you go for a very hard gemstone if you're making a bracelet, because bracelets are the most bashed around piece of jewellery. Because if you think about it, if you're typing, if you're just driving, everything, a bracelet is going to have more contact with different surfaces than any other piece of jewellery that you're wearing. So this is a level 9 on the Mohs scale. The Mohs scale goes from 1 to a 10 and a diamond's a 10. This is a beautiful, sort of a background tone of a hue of blue. 5th, 45th and 70th wedding anniversary gemstone. And we're going under 40. We're going under £40 on that strand. We're going to £17.95. We're under 40. We've gone to £17.95. We said we were going under £40. Under £40, you're watching Jewellery Maker. We're at £17.95. 35 carats of silver sapphire. I've never seen that available anywhere else. That's really beautiful. CAVX16. £2.95 for your post and packaging all day. 0800 644 655. Beautiful, beautiful. Tanya, I've been that tired that I've gone to cook dinner and wondered why it wasn't cooking. Then realised I hadn't turned on the cooker. Yeah, hashtag bad day. Oh, aren't you trying to use any hashtags? I don't know what the heck I'm doing with that. I've done that so many times, so many times.
Yep, and with the slow cooker as well, you spend like 40-50 minutes chopping up all your veggies, putting all the bits and pieces that you prefer to use. And you go away and you think, 8 hours, that'll be amazing. Come home and it's stone cold and it's just a pot of raw vegetables.
Yeah.
And you're like, not great.
I'm always doing it with the kettle and pouring cold water on a tea bag. There's no letter in the info below. They're surely not natural. Well, yeah, they are natural, completely natural. Natural! I know! Oh, Phil. Yes, my bite is natural as well. It's not a vampire bite. I believe it was a mosquito in my bed.
Oh, well, kudos to you for like sharing with nature.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'm helping the food supply and the food chain, allowing a mosquito to suck on my blood. I think it's a multi-bite. Anyway, that's actually 2 next to each other. There's another one just there, and then I've got one on my ankle, one on my thigh. Where did I get done yesterday? Yeah, they're mainly on my legs. It was a mosquito at a petrol station. I was like a few of them. It's because I've got to the petrol services. So I got to the petrol station, so gone 10 o'clock. So you had to go to the hatch. You feel like you're in a different land of but getting out of the car. Last night I felt abroad as well though. Because you got air conditioning in the car and then you get out, it's like, whew, you're in Spain. I was in Gloucester. Gloucester services, don't get me started. I adore Gloucester services. Why do I love Gloucester services? Has anyone, it's worth going to Gloucester. I mean, there's lots of reasons to go to Gloucester, but anyone else been to Gloucester services? With the farm shop, and it's got a Teletubby roof, it's got grass on the roof. It's the most fabulous. Charlie, my little boy, loves it because it's got a family room toilet, so he holds it. Gloucester services, it is like a little town, it's a whole different community. Anyone out there been to Gloucester services? But apparently they've opened a services now near Aylesbury that's even better. It's owned by the same people that own Torbay services on the way up Scotland. Oh, it's a different life experience, I tell you. My mum loves it so much, I bought her back a tea towel. Right, where to next? Do you know what? I have been ogling these big chunky monkeys for absolutely ages, and it is a corker. 140 carats. Did I hear you say earlier that your favourite colour is purple?
It is, yes. So naturally enough, one of my favourite gems is...
Of course.
Naturally.
And it's Zambian, which is why we've got, when we were talking about the location and why we get the colours we do earlier, this is Zambian amethyst.
It's rich, isn't it?
Oh, it's velveteen, but opulent velveteen purples.
Regal as well.
Incredibly regal. And purple's actually a sign of regality. So for those of you who don't know, if you go to a graduation ceremony, the people who are the most highly qualified in that graduation ceremony are likely to have purple on them. Here we go, £8.95, folks, 140 carats. In all places where there are different levels of hierarchy and there is a statement dress, and usually is a place of ceremony, there'll be a presence of purple in the very high status because it was the original colour. It was one of the first dyes of cloth to ever be created, and you could only afford to have it if you were a person of a very high status. So it's always been a status symbol. £8.95. Also though, what's very interesting, I learnt this from my brother, who's very senior in business in his field. If you need to make a point in an email, did you know this? I've had to do this recently. You know, really, when you want to write in red capital letters, apparently there is something about the colour purple that sends a message to the brain that's very calming. So you can make a very bold statement, you can word it, but because people are reading it in purple, they'll take it in a calm manner. It's a very calming colour.
Well, I did not know that.
Well, I did not know that either till the other week when I had to write a very firm email. There you go. No, you can. It's calming, so you can make a very bold statement, but you won't appear aggressive if it's written in purple. Maybe not quite that simple and as straightforward as that, but yeah, that's the feel of it. I hope I got that right. Anyway, I am sleep deprived. Thanks, Sam. I'm on my second coffee, folks. It's happening. Hello, Cheryl and Rona, Alison and Lisa and Bridget. Lots of anonymous shoppers and Bertha and Lorna. This is £8.95. Now that centre stone alone is a 10 by 5. Surely you'd pay more than £1 for that.
Definitely. You know the ring we had from the first kit?
Yes.
If that was the central stone with a couple of those spinel around the outside, I would be looking to achieve more than the price of the whole strand for that ring in plated metal. Probably around about £12 to £14 at a craft fair. So you have a capacity here to generate an income if that is what you are looking to do.
And if you are, we always say actually amethyst is a fantastic gemstone to start off with because it's an easily recognisable gemstone for people buying from you as well, and I think that gives them some reassurance. and just makes them feel at ease that, oh yeah, you are dealing with genuine gemstones. It's very hard to get a good quality faux amethyst, in my opinion. Had another message in, this is from Suzette. When we got our baby shepherd, German shepherd, thank you, I was thinking, am I missing something? Can you buy shepherds? We got our baby in back from birth, we decided his profession was going to be a shepherd. He's now 24 and he's a shepherd. We got our baby Sherman Shepherd. I feel drunk, I've had a coffee. Oh, baby German Shepherd dog. He cried in the night to go out, so I picked up a teddy bear and took that out instead of him. Result? Wet crate. What? Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Oh, get it together, Luz. Come on, you're on live TV. Right. Okay. Let's go to.
Oh, I
Box number 8 is amazing as well. Oh, it's about time. When did we last see a faceted clear quartz?
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's ages since this is a staple essential. This is an absolute staple essential. As somebody who makes jewellery with genuine gemstones, you must have a clear quartz in your life. Absolutely, categorically, 100%. Oh my goodness, we're doing a PR offer. We're going to $3.95 on it. $3.95 on it. First come, first serve. I'm afraid we've only got 30. $3.95 on it, folks. It's a clearance price. 0800 644 655 is your free phone number. 0800 644 655. Have us on speed dial. ID YY57. Now, obviously, crystal categorically has its place. Different plastics have their place in jewellery making. However, when you can purchase a clear quartz, how many coffees have you had? Oh, I've had one, but Leanna, don't drink coffee, do I? You should know this by now. I've had one. I'm having another. It's just arrived. Oh. Hi, Melanie, Margaret and Cheryl, Christine and Tracy. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Did you see the pictures of the daughter of, well, she's the heiress of Swarovski. She got married the other day.
Wow.
£700,000 dress. 500,000 Swarovski crystals. I mean, you would if it's your family business. You would, wouldn't you?
How many crystals in her dress?
I think. Can somebody just check it? Was it 500,000 crystals? In the wedding dress of the heiress of Swarovski. She got married the other day. She's 23.
Wow. I bet she glittered like a million
She
stars.
looked incredible.
Well, 500,000 stars.
Oh no, sorry, it wasn't 500,000. Yeah, it was 500,000. 500,000 Swarovski crystals, but 800,000, I read it was 700,000.
Wow.
800. You see, but it's valued at that. But if your family own it, own the crystals, I mean, that will have been priced with all the crystals on there. There's 500,000 crystals. Of course, it's going to be bumped up to hundreds of thousands just for the dress. Oh, beautiful. But her flowers, she just had gypsophila.
Oh, how beautiful.
And these trees, and then she had this humongous heart that people have backdrop. Yeah, check it out. And I was really interested I just nosy to see her jewellery and things. She had these, I think they must have been Swarovski. Beautiful, just simple loops. She looks incredible. You'd want to if you were wearing a dress for that, wouldn't you? And she wore 3 different dresses on the date. Janice, I know. And do you know what? That's what I went. Why would you? So she was wearing, I saw it, Janice, she had the most incredible wedding gown that she actually got married in. Then it looked like she changed later, and it looked like it was covered in crystal as well, didn't it? Into a very slinky little white number. Down to the floor length, more like a gown. And then she had this humongously beautiful red dress for the evening. I mean, if you're a billionaire-ess, you whatever. I mean, if there's no budget, there's no budget. Not looking to make your own napkin rings, are you, when you're a billionaire? Oh, here we go. £800,000 dress and 500,000 crystals. The red dress was amazing. I tell you it was. Saw it. Wasn't it shorter at the front? I just saw it briefly. But I don't understand. Right, I'm not, you know, anyone. I am absolutely, anybody can do whatever they want. It's your life. Nobody should control your life. However, I don't understand, when it's your wedding day, why wouldn't you want to wear that dress for every single moment? Because you're never going to get to wear it again. £800,000 and you wore it for what? 3 hours? What's that at an hourly rate? Oh, you can't value a dress just on the crystals. Phil's just said, oh, that's £1.60 a crystal. Love it. £3.95, got a couple more of those. Remember, no, we haven't sold out. Okay. Can we do box number 8? We've got a couple more of the turquoise. Come back in. Okay. Because sometimes people don't check out the basket. Sometimes the people change their mind. We had a lot of people multi-buying, and then you might buy 8, then you change your mind to 4, or it happens all the time. They are exquisite. £11.95. This is the most amazing reconstituted turquoise. And here we are, back at Jewellery Maker, as we briefly went into the mindset of a billionairess. Good on you. Wonder what she's going to do with that dress.
There's so many possibilities, aren't there?
What she'd really like to do is auction it off for charity and take all the crystals off and give them to jewellery makers. I'm with you, Mike. We're getting controversial and political where how people should spend their money. 190 carats. Now this is gorgeous, isn't it? This is going to give you so much pleasure wearing it as well. The dress weighed 48 kilos. Are you having a laugh? It weighed 7.5 stones, so it'd be hard to keep on all day. All right, Sandra. She had to take it off. It weighed 7.5 stone. Phil just said that's like him wearing Mike. Are you 7.5 stone, Leah? Leah, can you come on screen and demonstrate what it'd be? I'll pick you up. She's the weight of a dress. No. So it's like somebody wearing you for 3 hours. There we go. Our gorgeous Leah. Preened. No, we're talking about body fat before we came on air. 0. Nothing on her. Pure machine. My daughter has just had her Holy Communion dress. Her dress was £300. She's wore it 3 times now, and now it's in storage. That's £100. You see, that's more realistic, isn't it, darling? That's lovely.
She looked adorable too. She really did.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Oh, gorgeous. How many times have you worn your wedding dress?
Just the once.
Okay. How do you fancy wearing it again?
It needs some adjustment, but yeah, sounds a plan.
In September, for a division of the cancer charities, I think it's breast cancer, there is a wear your wedding dress to work day.
You definitely have to set the aircon to Arctic.
How are you coping with the aircon level today?
Perfect today, thank you.
Amazing. I had there was a message on Facebook to say be prepared, bring a cardi. She likes it Arctic. I'd forgotten until just then. And actually, we're doing all right because I've only got my flip-flops on, and you know I usually like it about 30 degrees in here. But we're all good. We're all good. We've got a happy compromise. Pardon?
It's not as cold as it could be.
No, it's nice. It's nice in here. Nice. Right, £11.95, folks. YCPO25. Are you hot, Leah? You're just right. It's nice. It's nice. Okay, let's have a look. We've just got a few of the beryl remaining, which is a PR offer at $7.97. Can you believe it's $7.95 for this strand? If you've just tuned in, this is $7.95 for this strand. So the Morganite Aquamarine Heliodor Golden Beryl. It is exquisite. It's a family that also holds emeralds, of course, but you don't have emeralds present here, but emerald family. That is a beautiful strand. That delicate pink. I love those delicate pinks.
See, now I'm not a pink person, but I love a morganite.
I'm the same. Actually, I'm a bit of a pink person as well. So, are we going to a break? I'm going to a break. We're going to a break. When we come back, though, bit of a difference with the next kit because it hasn't been done as a kit as such. It's sort of been done as a challenge. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a moment.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
We're very excited to be launching the Jewellery Extraordinaire Amy K Sweet McNamara's DVD on Jewellery Maker. Amy will guide you through some beautiful designs, including a butterfly, a beetle, flowers and accessories. This DVD is packed full of tips and inspiration, so come and explore the colourful world of Jewellery. Jewellery Projects DVD, Sunday at 10 AM on Jewellery Maker.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
The deal of the day today just happens to be Gem's favourite gemstone, labradorite, and it is an absolutely stunning. This is a brilliant shot because it's double drilled. Now, the opportunities of what you can do with a double drilled gemstone are huge, and we don't get them that frequently. The first thing I think of when I see a double drilled is Claire McDonald's rings. And if you want inspiration, just have a look on our YouTube channel and you'll see loads of inspiration of her rings, and there's some beautiful sizes here. Double drilled gemstones for you, Gem. In fact, we'll have a quick look at the strand, and then I want to know what your thoughts would be, what you'd do with this strand. I know, isn't it a corker?
Oh, that's stunning. Absolutely beautiful.
There's tons on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Approximately 16 on the strand, guaranteed 180 carats.
And the smallest is 12 millimetres,
Yeah.
which is my personal threshold for being a centrepiece. I like to think of if I'm going to do a pendant and wire wrap it or cage it or prong set it, 12 millimetres is my preferred size.
Okay.
A little bit fiddly smaller than that, doable. But every single one of those is a centrepiece, and for me I love to have a double drilled gemstone like this at the very centre of a choker right here, quite high in the hollow of the neck, and then 2 strands of a complementary gemstone leading away. So for this I would go for a beautiful amethyst or some of the spinel we had, or maybe even go really bright and have some of the apatite that we started at the top of the show with.
Yeah.
You could really make it look ever so different.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking, yeah, that grey sapphire.
That would be an incredible match, yeah.
Silver sapphire, I should say. Yeah, lovely. I'm loving that one as a ring. There's that end one there. Now these are beautiful. This is the deal of the day today. So we've got limited stock. It's only $19.95. Got an example of a fabulous bracelet that's been made by Anne, one of our in-house designers. Look at that. That's fab. So what she's done is literally cut off chunks of chain and group it. That's fab, isn't it? So give you a bit of a design idea. $19.95 for the full strand. 0800 644 655. Now I want you to keep this labradorite in mind when we go over to our next kit, because I think it would work really beautifully. Are we going over? No, we're not. Oh, have we got some of the wire come back in? Okay, cool. Right. Have a look at this wire. So this is in preparation for Gem's show on Monday. Gem, what's Gem short for? Okay,
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Gem a honeymoon. Really? Is it a nickname?
It's a nickname that I acquired so many years ago that it's actually been my name longer than my birth name has.
Amazing. She'll tell me later and I'll tell you tomorrow night when I'm back on.
It's pretty much an open secret, it's fine.
We've got an open secret, brilliant. We've got 50 of these still in baskets. At $9.95 you're going to get 10 metres of the 1.5 and 10 metres of the 1.25. Love this wire, I had to get 2. Leanne, when this is in stock, you just got to grab it. It's the most amazing offer. It should be $17.95 for the 2, $17.90. $17.90 for the 2. It's on offer today using that code TQGC10. Could I see the call screens, please? Thank you. Now, there's 48 of you with these in your baskets. What are you doing? Come on, check it out. Come on, come on, come on.
If all you ever did was to make torque necklaces to sell your pendants on, or to give away as free pendant carriers when you sell a pendant, you would be quids in with this. Absolutely fantastic value.
Such a good idea. Yeah. And I think what you were talking about earlier as well on the fluidity of this. Let me just prove a point. This is 1.5. And look what I can do. Strong, but look how, I'm sorry Sam, floor manager, so I'm just going to hate me for doing that.
It does have that strength.
But fluidity is so easy to use.
It has a natural curve to it as you unspool it. It just wants to do what you want it to do. It's fantastic to work with.
It's gorgeous. Tell you what, this would be amazing for wire writing.
It is beautiful for wire writing. My friend lost a chicken recently, a chicken she was very attached to. So in the pearl wire, I made her a wirework chicken with the chicken's name, Annie May, we miss you. And she's put it in where the chicken used to live, down the bottom of the garden.
Little Annie May.
Annie May. But it's beautiful for wire writing, and it's beautiful for figurative designs as well. So the outline of a chicken's head.
Yeah, lovely. You've now got Phil and Mike, my producer and director, discussing the fact, have you ever held a chicken?
Oh, many times. They can be seriously very friendly and lovely creatures.
They can be lovely, yeah. My father-in-law has chickens. First time I went over to New Zealand, we fed the chickens beetroot.
Oh.
Purple yolks.
I say, how clever.
Yeah, they just eat anything. They're cracking. Love them. All ladies. Little Doris was my favourite. Doris the chicken. Right, $9.95. That's for the 2. So 10 metres at 1.5 and 10 metres at the 1.25. Okay, we're going to go to Gem. Chocolate box. Okay, this kit has got 100 metres of wire, a free strand of shell pearl and 2 strands of genuine natural organic amethyst. 100 metres of wire, a free strand of shell pearl and 2 strands of organic natural amethyst. Oh my goodness, you're going to love it. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. Huh? Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. It's all right, Mike. You've already missed one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Mike. I'm fine.
Oh, bless you,
I'll just
sweetheart.
sob about it later. It's fine. I've been waiting for that sneeze all night, haven't I?
Oh, has it been brewing?
Oh, that's better. Oh, it was a satisfying doubler. Okay, now, should we have a look at your wire first? So basically, Gem, we gave you this at the start of the show, and basically to have a play.
Yes.
Just use this kit to have a play. So when you first saw it, and it's called Chocolate Box, when you first saw the Chocolate Box kit, Gem, what did you decide to make?
Well, I thought I'd spend all evening making a chocolate box.
I love it. Do you know what's really ironic? Is my husband and I did an online order the other day, and if you spent over £30, you got free delivery. Well, we'd spent 28, so we needed to spend another £2. So we saw this box of chocolates for £2.50. Anyway, so we'd ordered a sleep suit thing for Freddie to travel in the car, which arrived, and it isn't a travel trade description. Anyway, the box of chocolates arrived. It would fit in there.
Oh.
We got all excited about a box of chocolates. I'm not even eating chocolate. And it would fit, yeah. Hence why it was £2.50.
Oh dear.
Anyway, this is a gorgeous design. Look at this. So can you talk us through how you've done this?
Very, very simply, I started off by making 2 rectangles of wire with an overlap. So I'm just going to show you what one rectangle looked like very, very quickly. And all I've done since then is wire in random shaped swirls, heart-shaped wiggly bits. So I actually used an oversized bottle of perfume at home to make the frame.
Okay, so that is, you're using the purple wire,
which
is perfect because it's a very, very well-known type of purple.
And it is that luxurious, beautiful tone as well.
You're going to get 50 metres of it. I'm going to talk you through the contents of the kit as it's being used. So there's 50 metres of the 1 mil. 50 metres of purple. 50 metres of 1 mil. 50 metres, 50 metres, 50 metres of the 1 mil in the purple. Then you'll get silver plated copper wire. You'll get 10 metres, and that's 4 millimetre. Sorry, 0.4. You'll get the antique bronze at 0.4. You'll get the gold, 0.4. Sorry, that was the champagne, 0.4, and the gold. Oh my goodness. I think the big wow factor for me is that amazing purple. This is so reminiscent of a very well-known type of chocolate, and considering I gave up chocolate 2 weeks ago, this is quite heartbreaking for me. Now, staying with that gold and purple feel, we've then got the beads. And these are 2 strands of genuine natural amethyst. You've got plain rounds at 170 carats, which are 8 mil rounds, and it's a 37 centimetre strand. And then you've got another 38 centimetre strand, 90 carats of the plain round amethyst, and they are 6 millimetres. So in terms of the approximate amount of gemstones, you're going to get approximately 156 gemstones in the kit. That's including the shell pearl. 156 beads. Now, we're actually missing one. You're also going to get an additional, hang on, 50? Oh yeah, here we go. We also get, apologies, rose gold plated copper wire in the 0.4. Which is how you got your 100 metres. So your 50 metres of the purple and then 10 in all of the different colours there. There we go. XP GC54. Now, if you were to buy it all individually, it would come to a total of £51.55, okay? £51.55. We're doing it for £29.95 this evening. That's over a £20 saving, £21.60 saving on this one for you. 0800 644 655. The code is XPGC54. So once again, your shell pearl. For those of you who don't know what shell pearl is, basically, as we were talking about turquoise being reconstituted earlier, same thing's pretty much happened with the shell. And shell has been ground down and then reconstituted, and it's in order to look like a pearl. So it's still genuine gemstone, it's just not in its natural form. So shell pearl. Mark Smith goes on about shell pearl a lot because he is obsessed with symmetry and just loves it.
Perfect repetition of size and shape every single time.
And for that reason, they're fantastic to use alongside seed beads as well, as seed bead designs where you need that utter symmetry. And then with your amethyst, you're getting 6mm rounds, 38cm strand, 37cm strand of the 8mm, giving you in terms of your 6mm, you'll get approximately 50 on the strand. In terms of your 8mm, you'll get approximately 58 on the strand. And the shell pearl, you will get 49 on the strand, giving you 156 beads in total. And once again, you get 100 metres of the wire. Can I see the call screens, please, Phil? Thank you, my darling. £21.60 saving on this one. So, back to the demo then. So you've taken your 1mm purple as your base.
I have indeed.
And your structure.
And it's a lovely copper core to this wire, which means that you do have a good rigidity. It's not too flumpy and fluffy. And if you want to sort of smooth that out a bit, again, you can take the section of wire that you want to work with, grab one end between your pliers, and then just run between thumb and forefinger. I went the wrong way, so sorry. There we go. That way, that's better. I'm trying to work backwards and it's, you know, 3.5 hours sleep, etc. So that just sort of smooths out if there are any transport kinks in it, and it gives you a really nice solid feel to work with. So as I say earlier on, I used an oversized bottle of perfume which I have next to my workbench, and I just created a shape with a little bit of extra crossover here, and I did that twice. And what that does is forms the top of the chocolate box and the bottom of the chocolate box. And when I finished making 2 of these, I started with some quite random shapes. And what I'll do is I will just show them to you. So I think probably the first one I put into position was a heart, because I do love my heart. So let me get that lined up for you. So just formed a heart and wired the top and the bottom together. And to begin with, what you'll find is it looks nothing like a box whatsoever. It's very, very flompy and floppy. But by the time I went from the front, should we call this the front left as you're looking at it, I turned it around and tied it together on the back right with this sort of corner piece with curly bits on it. So if I like that, you'll be able to see. So it has a little strand that goes up in to create the very, very corner ridge, and then some swirls which enabled me to tie it top and bottom. But this also created a nice edge in the corner to which I could start tying other random shapes. And I have made this super random, so the base shows as just like almost a wave-like swirl, and then I've created a sun to go in the centre on this side.
I love that.
I enjoy that one actually. It starts out as a swirl, And then once you get the right sort of size, you tie together. In fact, I could demo how to do that little piece.
That would be
if you
lovely
like.
because you can take that and then you have it for earrings, pendant, you can sew gemstones into it. That would be a lovely one.
It's a design that I use quite a lot. I love to have things that are reminiscent of sun, moon and stars. I like to be inspired by nature and by the cosmos. So what I'm going to do is get a slightly longer piece of wire. I'll put my chocolate box to one side for now and we will look at that section that I was working on. So let me just have a quick measure-roo. Thank you, sweetheart. This is around about 18 to 20 inches. That might not be a word.
I'm liking it.
I'm so glad. Again, straight off the reel, the first thing I'm going to do is just pass that thumb and forefinger to give that a nice smooth through. You can use the wire straightener tool, is it called? The 3 barrels of nylon.
Yeah.
I always think of it as a wire strengthener tool because as well as getting that nice smooth glossy finish, you also get a level of strength. What I'm going to do is to just trim that little bit on the end. Now that kink is caused by where I gripped the end of the wire to smooth it through.
Wow.
So I'm just going to trim that.
That just goes to show what a difference it makes just putting it between your fingers.
Absolutely, you really can get quite a difference there. So we're going to start off with a little coil. And if you start quite tight to the tip of your round nose pliers, the key with getting a coil to work nicely is to start slowly and think about, do you want a large centre or do you want it to be slightly more snug in the middle? Once you've got your curl or your coil started, I tend to switch to my flat facing pliers. Now these are my dolphin pliers. Phil knows these very, very well. I use them all the time. He named them because Leah will furnish you with...
Leah, go on. I haven't heard this in about a year and a half. It's just weird, isn't it?
It's fantastic. It's like...
Flipper, flipper,
faster than lightning.
Da, da, da. Does anyone know the rest of the words to that?
For something is he. It's been a while.
Sunday mornings.
Skippy the bush kangaroo instead and get confused. Skippy the bush kangaroo.
And we're not your average shopping channel. We're looking, these are not actually dolphin pliers, but we'll carry on anyway.
These are bent nose chain nose pliers or bent chain nose pliers. We do occasionally have them in stock from time to time. So what I'm going to do, you can use regular flat pliers. I'm going to grip the start of my coil and just use control to get a fairly even distance between the inner coil and the next level as it builds. So with this, we're looking for that to be going quite slowly, but you can see if you do take your time, that you can get that to build up quite nicely. So I'm going to go another kind of circuit around, I think, to get the right sort of size to infill. Again, you could use this as pendant or earring designs. If you want that slightly wider, you can open that up. Once you have the sort of size that you want to start your base with, you're going to draw the tail of the wire down towards the circle. And I've got a length of excess silver-plated 0.4mm gauge, which comes with this kit. And what I'm going to do to begin with is open this out ever so slightly, and I'm going to coil around 3 or 4 times on this open section just here. Because I'm not going to coil it over tightly, what I can do is coil further up the neck, and you can see how beautiful the quality of the wire is. I'm just being able to do that with my hands. When I get close to the end, I will always chase that end away to get that to hide inside the workings. I'm tightening up by putting one tip of the pliers on the lower side and one tip on the other, bringing that together so you get a really nice neat coil. Push that down into position and draw the tail of the heavier wire, the purple wire, into position. What I'm then going to do is just switch hands. It's going to be slightly easier for me. If I push, now you can see the tail of the wire is quite long, so it's getting on my nerves slightly, but I'm just going to pull that out of the way. But I'm going to push this up inside the first circuit. Okay, so just between that one and the next one in. Once you've pushed a loop through, you can grab the loop from the far side and pull. And we're going to go around once We're going to do exactly the same thing again, pushing up between the outside loop and the next one inside. Once that's pushed through, you can pull instead. And what we're doing here is we're tying the inner of the coil to the bit that's about to go off and become the rays of your sun, if you like. So we've tied that together. The next thing we're going to do is put our fine tip of the pliers into as close as we can get. Draw that out. Okay. And then you can, if you prefer to have a very even size to your sun rays, use the dimension of pliers to measure the size of the ray. So you can see, if I then push this side away, that you will be able to repeat that size over and over again. So going back to what we did just a moment ago, I'm going to push this section of 0.4mm gauge between the outer coil and the next coil inside. So push that through. Once it's started, you can pull through from the other side. And just going to go around inside. Oops. Might be easier if I just pull that back out slightly, just easier to show you. So we're going to go once there, repeat, so pushing the loop up between the outer coil and the next one in, pull that through and around, and then I'm going to use this next turn of the silver plated wire to hold that sun ray into position. So I'm just going to grip the whole assembly quite firmly. Again, what we're doing is we're pushing the 0.4 between the outer coil and the middle coil. Oop. There we go. So we're tied again 2 times on this little section of the ray. So we come back in with our pliers to generate the next hump, or the next sun ray, if you like. 1 push. There, and you can, if you want to, you can generate the rays quite quickly. Oops, there we go. So generated a couple of rays ahead, push that into position. We're going to have 1 pass of the wire around just this loop, pull that through. And the next one that comes up, gosh, that wire's getting feisty, isn't it? Pull that through, and this will now tie the ray into position. So 1, push again up between the outer loop and the next one in, and you can see that that's already starting to build up quite quickly. So all I would do is continue to go around with the zigzags to create the sun effect, and as I come back to the beginning, behind, if I just circumvent this, draw the wire around. I'm going to pretend that we've done rays all the way. When you get back to the beginning, we come up behind the first ray. Oops, sorry about that. Slipped off the wire then. There we go. So I'm hiding behind that first ray.
Okay.
And then do a left turn and have a circle to go all the way around. And you can see again that the wire is really receptive. It just responds to your curve control all the way around, and then you can use that as a piece of infill into the side of your chocolate box or as a standalone design. So you can see we've only gone halfway around, but I think you get the idea. Looks like a very sad starfish waving.
No, well, thank you for that, because once you've taken that design, now you can then do pendants, earrings, use a space bar fascinator, etc, etc. We've got some of those kits remaining at £29.95. So you get the 3 strands, of that African gorgeous amethyst, 8mm and 6mm. You've also got a 38cm strand of the shell pearl, and then 100 meters of wire. Like you're getting all the gemstones for free.
My plan after the chocolate box would have been, if this had been a kit that I had at home instead of a challenge kit, I would have made a long bangle and infilled separate sections with the different coloured 0.4mm gauge wire, because when you get a kit with such a beautiful array of wire colours, you can really show off with that. So you've seen us many times do a basket weave or a figure of 8, however you prefer to know it. So you can just fill your plentiful amount of the chocolate box coloured wire with the beautiful 0.4mm gauge.
Fabulous, yeah. Lovely idea. And you can be really indulgent with it. You don't have to hold back when you've got 100 metres.
Absolutely.
And so that's going to be great. Very, very cost-effective way if you're just starting off with wire for the very first time. They're really malleable wires, very useful wires, but such an incredibly low price that if you're just starting out, you don't have to be precious about it.
It's a fantastic way. It's also a bit of a smorgasbord, a bit of a buffet.
I love that word.
I do too. Something table.
With food.
I can't actually remember what it means. Something table, isn't it? Something sandwich table, or text in if you know.
Text in if you know the definitive interpretation of a smorgasbord. So not just like mean like a collection of.
Board is definitely table, but I don't remember the rest.
Oh my, that box is stunning. I need that in my life. I will be copying. Sorry. Don't apologise.
Not a problem at all, Sarah. I look forward to seeing your work.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely fantastic, and thanks for being with us tonight. She actually texted in last week, did Sarah, from a hot tub with a glass of something refreshing. We were
good for you.
Well gel.
Well gel. So cool. Down with the kids. Well gel. Right, let's skedaddle over here because we've got loads and loads and loads of bargains. We are live with you. Thank you so much, Em. And we're live with you now for another half an hour, which is the opportunity for you to simply gorge on gemstones and get things added onto your basket. Not just gemstones, but got lots of findings for you and things as well. Loads and loads and loads of deals. So we're going to do, how do you fancy lots of clearance prices for the last half an hour? How do you fancy a bit of on and gone? Yeah? Everything that we possibly bring to you, we're going to jam pack in this next half an hour. Now, don't forget, you've only got one post and packaging price for all of your purchases all day. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to really build up your stash. On and gone, and we're going to start with, these are one of my favourite gemstones of all time. I love the naturally occurring banding that takes place on a banded agate. This is black banded agate. I've left my tablet over there. Thank you, darling. Sorry, I'm just useless. Thank you. Can I constantly see the calls? Oh, we're at $2.95. $2.95 for the black agate. $2.95, $2.95, $2.95. Yeah, get adding onto your order. FLPO. Did anyone else read that as flip-flop? No. FLPO12, 160 carats. They are faceted by hand. That colour is naturally occurring. It's been enhanced by heat. And when you get heat on a banded agate, it just helps enhance those natural bands as well. Stunning. People are buying multiples of these at a time, and rightfully so at $2.95. It's a genuine gemstone. Organic, because like I said earlier, when it's simply just had a little bit of heat done to it. Brilliant use of the English language, Lucy, well done. But when you've literally just had a bit of heat put into the gemstone, then like we were saying earlier, excuse me, when you put organic food in an oven, it's still organic when it comes out. Lots and lots of you joining us. So in the last half an hour, I want to hear from you as well on your text. I want to know what you've got planned for your weekends. I'm joining you tomorrow evening with Sarah Elvin, so I want to make sure that you are joining me then. Thank you. Thank you. But I want to know what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever done when you're sleep deprived, and have we had also any more natural or interesting ways of stopping yourself getting bitten by mosquitoes? Anyone else heard the story or the truth that if you've got an O blood type, you're more prone to getting bitten?
Could be. Could be a thing.
Maybe. Okay, we're going to move on. Now then, ooh, black quartzite. Not seen this in I don't even know how long. Years? 3 years maybe? Since I presented it? That is a stunner of a strand. It's almost got a soft focus to it. Do you know what I mean? It's a very alluring black.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
There'll be over 90 facets done by hand on each one of those gemstones.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that amazing? Between 90 and 130 facets on a round.
Absolutely fantastic.
Done by hand.
Almost as many as a golf ball.
Almost as many as a golf ball, yes.
That's probably not an actual fact, but I thought I'd say it for comedic value.
Maybe not as many, we don't know. $3.95, these are 10mm faceted rounds. And have you seen any of the footage of Ladies' Days at Ascot? I only saw the start of the day, so that will be very different footage than the end of the day. Oh no, there's 336 facets on a golf ball.
Well, I consider myself told, thank you.
That's by Phil, that was, not by me. Phil went, no, 336 on a golf ball. These are lovely. What was that, sorry, Phil? The average amount of cornflakes in a box is 2,166. Karen, Irene, Sharon, Toyin, Sandra, Tina, Anne, Tina Maria. I've got a Tina and a Tina Maria. I think I'll be making chocolate overload cake, chocolate pizza and making tutting earrings. Are you actually serious? What's chocolate pizza? That's what Leanne's famous for. Chocolate, she basically takes a pizza base and covers it in loads of different things of chocolate, don't you, Leanne? Oh, I've weaned myself off. Can you believe it? No, not pizza. I've never been one for pizza. No, chocolate. Do I not have a craving for pizza? No. Oh, but chocolate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't think about it. Yeah. $3.95. It got a bit ridiculous. I was addicted. Totally addicted.
I get like that sometimes with salty snacks. It's like I found a supplier now that sells popped pea pods with salt on. So it's touted as like a protein snack, but it's still very salty. They're quite tasty.
They sound it actually. I'll be up for that. Which one, sorry? Now then, I love this, and this is great for gents jewellery actually, tiger's eye, but this isn't just your average tiger's eye. This is a red tiger's eye. Ooh, these, oh, I don't want to talk about autumn, but autumn.
Oh, those are such a beautiful colour, wow.
Aren't they?
Stunning.
A red tiger's eye, that naturally occurs, that colour. Well, the heat treat, that's it, just heat. Yeah, amazing, aren't they? A faceted tiger's eye just gives a very different look to a tiger's eye. I'm seeing tiger's eye more and more actually. This is brand spanking new, so we're going to do an introductory offer. Oh, you are.
No.
We're not doing $9.95. No.
Oh my word.
$4.95, but tonight only. It's $4.95 tonight only using the code SJP014. 0800 644 655. These are 6mm, 6 and 8s being our most requested size of rounds. With them being faceted, you're getting that extra sparkle and enhancing the natural movement of the texture, the imagery of the texture of the gemstone, which is known as chatoyancy. Here we go. This is from Sarah. Last week I had the steam from a hot tub obscuring my view. This time, the back end of a very fat, very hairy black cat, determined to come. What a lovely thought. Nikki, I'll be watching tomorrow, Lucy. Yay! I'll be watching JM over the weekend. Shibori. I just finished a seed bead skull keyring for my niece. Oh, how on trend are you? Well, Nikki, I will be with you tomorrow night and Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning as well. Good evening, lovely Lucy. Hello, my darling. I have chocolate pizza as a dessert at my work. It's gorgeous. I don't even want pizza, and I really want chocolate, and now I want chocolate pizza because you keep talking about it, and I'm actually salivating just out the right-hand side of my mouth, but not the left. Would you have... Do you know what I do love? I love a salt and vinegar crisp, and just before I swallow it, I love putting a bit of chocolate in my mouth at the same time. No, it's not weird, it's amazing.
That's something that I've not even thought of before.
Salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah.
And just your average milk chocolate in your mouth at the same time.
Do you know what I really fancy now? Dirty white bread with salt and vinegar crisps in. Crisp butty. That's what I quite fancy.
Butter?
Yeah, or spread or something, yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Lucy, what have I started? Yeah, actually, I have been off chocolate for 2 weeks. Just got back from my business trip. My to-do list needs serious attention this week. Was in Phoenix, Arizona. Temperature got as high as 50 degrees downtown. Whew. You're in Colorado? Bertha, you're in You've just messaged in from Colorado. Now that's exciting. That's exciting. Wowzers, that is hot.
Do you know, yesterday my car said it was 36 degrees and I thought that was warm. But 50 degrees, I can't even comprehend. I hope you have a nice, cool place to be.
I reckon. I think the problem is when we hit the heat in this country over about 24 degrees, we're not cut out for it. So where I was in Cornwall for the last few days, everywhere's fridges were packing in. Literally all the bars and the restaurants and the places with air conditioning and the compressors were packing in. Restaurants were losing loads of money. We went to one place and Drew wanted a lager shandy. That's how we live these days. And because the boys were having pizza, I was having a super green whatever, something or other salad with nothing else on it. And not that I'm going on about that or anything. And their cellar had gone and they'd lost all of their weekend's beer and it was 45 degrees in their cellar.
Oh my word, oh what a nightmare. I bet that wasn't terribly fragrant, was it?
No, no. Oh, Sarah, darling, thank you for a fab show, lovely ladies. Definitely not an ordinary shopping channel. No, we're not finished yet. You can't go anywhere yet. We've got 20 minutes.
If you can see past the cat.
Pardon?
If you can see past the cat.
Past your cat's backside determined for a cuddle. Okay, let's go to box 9. Oh, I love it! Who's got a dog? Suzette has. She's got a baby shepherd. I haven't got a dog. Carol's got Maxie. Yeah, Carol's got a dog. I don't have a dog. I think if Freddie had his way, our 18-month-old has got obsessed with dogs. He squeals louder than that and points when he sees dogs. Sorry if I've just deafened you. It was a good impression, you have no idea. Right, look at this. It's 925 sterling silver and I've got my fingerprints all over it and you've got your drill hole there. You can totally get that stamped on, you could get that engraved, you could totally stamp on that, couldn't you? It's a 925 sterling silver tag. Now, are you going to pop that on your pet or are you going to do it for a personal piece of jewellery for yourself? Are you going to do it as a key ring? Are you going to pop it on as the front of a gift card that can then be turned into something else? Are you going to do it as part of a bookmark? Because that 1.5mm wire that we had earlier is brilliant for attaching onto something like this, put it on its side, hammer it, and you can make a lovely bookmark.
That's a really lovely idea. I know what I would be doing though.
What would you be doing, Jem? Do you have a dog?
I have 2.
What do you have?
I have a Jack Russell called Mojo.
Little Mojo.
I know, he's a little Asbo dog. And I have a fluffy thing which nobody knows what he is. He was supposed to be a Jack Russell when we rescued him, but he kind of got longer and bigger and he's definitely not very much. His legs are kind of Jack Russell length. He's got a collie head, Springer Spaniel body, the tail of an Arctic fox. He's brilliant. They both are. They're lovely.
Aww.
And they love kids, so.
And what's that one called?
That's Joey. And he came with the name.
Mojo and Joey.
Yeah, we call them collectively Mojoey. It's just easier.
Mojoey.
Yeah.
My Joey. That's so cool. $7.95. So what would you be doing with it?
I would use the aperture that's already drilled in it to set a gemstone. And then I would use one of our hole punches at either end to put a new hole in both ends and then use it as the centrepiece on a bracelet. That's
a lovely idea. And that's why we have fabulous guest designers like Jem to think outside the box. Gorgeous.
Or
and
the
that's
bone.
Pardon?
Or think outside the bone. I'm sorry, the puns are awful. It's late. We're both tired. I do apologise. That was bad. I'm going.
Right. She's going. She's done. Try 7 dogs to see. Leanne, we've had this conversation. You're absolutely bonkers. Bonkers. And another one coming in from Sarah. I love chocolate and salt and vinegar crisps together. Yum, Sarah. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? If I could think that I never had to think about health and I could eat whatever I wanted, a snack for me would be a packet of salt and vinegar crisps, a bar of chocolate, an Nicholls cake and a carton of a very well-known berry juice. Yeah.
You can have that once a month, though, as an occasional treat. It's all right, isn't it? Treat yourself. If you had it for every meal, you might have a problem,
Yeah,
but...
my problem is, though, I can't do just once.
Ah.
I've realised I have a very addictive personality for things like that. But that is my worst addictive trait. The other one's shopping. Okay, that's fab. And should easily take our baby's 3 names. Oh, this is fab, yeah. Tia, Paris, and the little boy, I can't mention his name, as a brand of tea bags. Oh, I get we can mention his name. No, oh, my brother's dog is called Tetley. Yeah. Ah, $7.95. Love that. Lucy, it's always a treat to see on my screen. Oh, Liz, darling, thanks. Jem, your designs and demos are always fascinating. And team, great job tonight. Really? Try Caramac and salted peanuts, delicious. Well, I would, darling, but I'm allergic to peanuts. I would die. My friends always said I'd be easy to murder.
Back to 24 hours in a hospital department. Do you carry a pen?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, that's good to know. Is it in the studio?
It's in the gallery.
Okay, just in case. Just in case we need to know where it is.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I can smell them a mile off. I'm like a beagle. Right, let's go to... Oh, now then, I haven't seen something like this in ages, and it's a joy. It's referred to as a macrame collection, but categorically 100% you don't have to just use it for macrame. Are we doing this for $3.95? $3.95. $3.95.
I say.
$3.95. Right, let me show you something that I learned ages ago, because these here, if you get your flat nose pliers and you straighten it out, that can work like a blank. Yeah. And you can just stamp on it. You don't have to use it as a ribbon cord end. You've got your extend chains to get one of those. You get 2, but you get slightly different. There you go. That's a better way of showing it. Thank you. So you're going to be getting, all of them have the S-locks on with the extender chains. You get 5, and you get the longest ones are 6 mil. You get 2 at 6 and 2 at 5. And you've got the different ribbon cord ends, which are 10 by 4, a 12 by 5, a 15 by 5, and a 17 by 6. And then you're also going to get a toggle clasp of 13 by 9, and the T-bar on it is an 18 by 6. 15 open jump rings, 5 by 1.5, 5 by 1.2. And the toggle clasp is 20 by 15 and a T-bar of 24 by 8. And then the extended chain is 4 by 3 millimeter links, and that's a 34 centimeter length. $3.95. I don't know, and you get the storage box as well.
And those storage boxes are so handy. If you go to craft fairs, have a little selection of each of your different colour findings, the things that you use most. I find those are perfect. I carry them with me. The lids slide into position. They stay locked. Absolutely fantastic. Love them.
Do you know what I started to find when I was doing craft fairs a lot? Back in the day. It's quite often you can't park, you can't get close to where you're going to be. So you've got to make it as lightweight and as compact as possible. So to be able to get your day's worth in there, you can. You absolutely can. Dog might not be Tetley, might have been the Typhoo or Earl Grey. True. That's very true. However, my brother's dog is still called Tetley. Or it could have also been called Yorkshire tea bags, but it's not. It's called Tetley. I'll give you a text. Lucy, you should try silver skin pickled onions. Are you pregnant? Silver. No, it's not an odd thing to ask when somebody is saying, Claire, silver skin pickled onions. And vanilla ice cream, that's doing something strange to my taste buds just thinking about it. It's like sweet and sour. Claire, are you having a laugh? Could I have sounded more northern? Are you having a laugh? You can tell I'm tired now. What part of you thought that was a good idea to try it? I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go and put a pickled onion and some vanilla ice cream in my mouth at the same time. Kids in big trouble. Oh, Elaine. 1 year, kids in big trouble 1 year for eating chocks off a Christmas tree. Turns out, not them, but the cat.
Oh no.
Just left the strings and the silver papers hanging. Well, at least you've got a good cat that left the paper. Because I know a few friends who've had similar experiences, and when their deposits were made, that's when they saw who'd eaten them. That also happened, actually, Freddie did that at Christmas, he grabbed one and yeah. I had that, but with jam when I was pregnant. What? With pickled onions? Crisps and yoghurt. What, do you scoop up the yoghurt with the crisps? How are you so tiny when you're making these food suggestions? I've heard of that before, a chocolate milkshake with chips dipped in.
I used to do that when I was a kid. I did. When I was like 14.
This is just, okay, so we're now down to, here's where we go. For the last 15 minutes, text in your strange food combinations. Do you know what I do like for breakfast though, since getting all healthy? Tin of tuna, frozen petit pois, and they've got to still be frozen, and some seeds. All mixed in, still frozen. I love frozen peas. No, does it hurt? Does it? Oh, I tell you, could I get more northern? Right, where we go? Sunstone. So I'm getting a tattoo. I've decided I want the Manchester bee. I'm going to go up and I'm going to get the bee, but I don't know where to have it. On my bum. Well, they say that's part of have it on the fattest part of your body, don't they? It hurts less. Could have the whole family. Why would I want a spider web tattooed on my face? Apparently that's what gangsters do, because that's exactly what I am like. I'm a really hardcore gangster. Wowzers. Okay. A beehive on my bum. What?
Okay, I know we've gone past watershed, but I'm just going to draw a line under this right now.
Thank you, Jem.
Just no. Look at these sunstones. Aren't they beautiful? What a gorgeous colour. I absolutely adore the whole of this fell for our family. They're immense.
Thank you, Jem. Have you got a tattoo? No, I haven't. I'm terrified. £2.95. £2.95. £2.95. I feel like I have to tell you my life story every time I come in there, don't I? There you go, it's my latest edition. I'm getting a tattoo. At 145. I think it's because my Mancunian tone to my accent was coming out. I just, yeah. 145 carats is £2.95. It's the most incredible. Look at them. Now then, if you wanted to go down the route of Mark Smith's designs of when he uses the chips and nuggets, and we do have a chips and nuggets DVD for inspiration if this is an intimidating shape for you to use, then I would highly recommend, with the kit that we've just brought to you, with the shell pearl and that golden tone with these. Would you mind passing over that strand of the shell pearl, please, Jo? Let's see what we think. Oh! Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it? Isn't it? That's the shell pearl that came in the previous kit that we've just done for you folks at $29.95. £2.95 for this sunstone. It's so lovely to think that people are still watching in all this fun and frivolity and weirdness. 145 carats. Incredible vibrancy that's coming off some of those as well. You just, as you move it around, look at that. Really, really, really exquisite. It's going to work really beautifully with lots of the wire from the previous kit as well. £2.95. I'm thinking of other strange food combinations as well. Oh, the things you do when you're sleep deprived.
That would make an amazing tree of life with the antique bronze wire. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Oh, yes.
Sort of semi-autumnal, but quite delicate.
Really lovely.
Or team it with the rose gold colour for a more springtime look. A bit more blossomy.
It'd be lovely as well to have this as the freestanding trees, because I love nuggets, but you can imagine a lovely, yeah, thank you, perfect. Thank you. There's one example of one here with the fluorite. A message there saying, I can recommend Mark's Chipahimo workshop. That's where he's done Kumihimo and chips in the same designs. They look fabulous. And another one has come in here from Sarah. Oh my goodness, it's coming to something when Gem's the sensible one. How'd you take that comment?
Yeah, to be fair, it's pretty accurate, isn't it?
Have we taken it too far? Tin spaghetti hoops in a bowl with cheese on the top and melted under the grill. Blooming gorgeous, says Paula. Jamie, my fave odd food combo is tuna. Mike's just gone, no, you can't show that. No. Tuna and Marmite sandwiches.
See that, I don't eat tuna, but that seems quite normal. They're both savoury, aren't they?
I've got quite into tuna and horseradish.
Like really hot horseradish.
Ish. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to squeeze one more in. Let's... Can we do box 4? Sorry, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, if you put, do your toast on one side, flip it over, put mayonnaise on the raw side and toast it. That was probably one of the weirdest things I invented as a kid. It's pretty grim, to be fair. Wouldn't recommend it.
Great story.
I thought so too. Dine out on that for weeks.
Brilliant. Lovely. Amazing. Cracking tea, really, this, isn't it? Tell you what, we've got that bath we were after tonight. Look at these! It's beautiful, $6.95, and the amount of man hours into hand faceting each one of those beautiful micro faceted spinel. They are exquisite. They're completely natural. It's Brazilian spinel, 5 carats on the strand. You're right, Jem.
Just having a bit of a lie down, it's fine.
Actually going to sleep, I'm boring her.
No!
It's fine.
Never!
It's fine. First time working together, she's fallen asleep. Lovely that.
I would say I'll get me coat, but it's too hot.
True. I wonder what it's going to be like out there. It feels like when you go outside, there should be parrots swooping and the sound of crickets and little lizards scooting around. And...
There was a crickety, cicada-y type thing outside my house yesterday. Got out the car, 36 degrees, and this thing went chirp, 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 and scampered across the garden. I was like, oh, it's like being in the tropics.
Because crickets do chirp, 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 don't they?
You know precisely what I mean.
No, I really don't, actually. Okay, it's our final item of the show. Okay. Oh! Okay, we're just going to get serious for a minute. That is outstanding. Go lower, Phil. Okay, the reason it just went silent then is because I asked Phil how much are you going to do it for, and he went, don't know, I just... We are ending our bizarre show this evening with an absolute steal. This has just gone down to $19.95. I would highly recommend that you get this valued. This is completely natural, pristine African aquamarine. STUD 94. $65 carats. 31 by 9, 31. 3 by 1 up to a 9 by 4. Let me pop this up to my neckline for you. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty to end the show on tonight. STUD 94, a stud indeed. Sharon, well done to you. Danielle, lots of anonymous shoppers, Paula and Sylvia. Ah, what a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous strand. And their clearance price. And it's on, and it'll be gone. Right, I'm going to head over to... I feel like you should have a tagline after tonight. You need a bit of a slogan.
The weird one.
I won't go that far. Maybe something along that. I can't talk, can I, really? As we've had texts in saying that you are the sensible one this evening. So you've had this kit and you've finished your chocolate box in between the fun and frivolities.
It's got some parts that need assembling, but the basic idea is there. So I just need to sort of work on some hinges at the moment. But so the idea was that I would make chocolates with some of the little amethysts on top. Didn't quite get that far.
Well, why don't we just have a show and you can bring it in next time and we'll
That's
have
a good
bring
idea.
In actual chocolate.
That's a good idea.
Chocolate.
I'll make some.
Okay. I won't argue with that. Okay, if they can be calorie free, that'd be lovely. 190 carats of turquoise is the most amazing offer on your screen this evening. We've still got a handful available at $11.95. I'm back with you tomorrow night. When are you back with us, Jem?
Monday late.
That's it, Monday late. So I'll see you tomorrow evening. Jem will see you on Monday evening. That was the right way around. And I will wish you a very lovely evening. Have a lovely day tomorrow. Mwah! Bye for now.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com